It's time for the COMC pregame show. Here's William Holtz and Chris Schneider.
Good evening, Lake of the Ozarks, and welcome to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. It's time for our Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show here from School of the Osage in beautiful Kaiser, Missouri. I'm William Holtz, joined by not Chris Schneider, Ken Lumley filling in for us tonight on color. And Ken, this is your TV debut for high school sports.
Yeah, first time. This should be great.
It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, I'm excited to do it. I'm excited.
We're excited to have you when you look at Eldon and Osage, a long storied rivalry tonight, the 70th meeting between these two schools. And tonight on our pregame show, we'll tell you about both teams. We'll talk with both head coaches, and we'll get you ready for what should be an epic conference matchup. That and a whole lot more on tonight's Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show after this.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Loring. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Hey, we welcome you back to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. It's your Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show, and two teams with a ton of history. I said it earlier, Ken, it's the 70th meeting between Eldon and Osage. I'll tell you what, that's a lot of matchups and a lot of history. It
is. It's a lot, and I know Coach Jolly, spent some time here and then over in Eldon and then back here, and there's coaching staffs.
Yeah.
They share a little, and so watch them love each other and hate each other all at the same time tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And it's always a little more exciting when you bring in Eldon and Osage, but when you add that dynamic to the mix, that, man, he coached here at Osage, then he went away to the arch nemesis, Eldon Mustangs, for 11 years. There was the first district championship head coach in 60 years in 2010 and 2011, and then he steps down at Eldon, goes to Capital City and Jeff City for a couple of years, and then looks like he retires not so fast. Osage plucks him out of retirement and brings him back home. And so you're right, a lot of history there, and he shrugs it off. It's no bigger than a regular game, but he's got to be lying.
Has to be. And I'm excited to watch him go back and forth. They got to be familiar with play calls and tendencies and all of that. And so it'll be fun to watch how he interacts with. I don't know how many emotions will be involved in it, but certainly friends and family and just folks from both sides of the aisle. That he's managing and interacting with there. Insults and compliments alike.
Well, and then you look at the Eldon head coach, Chad Holt. He was under Coach Jolly for 5 seasons.
Yeah.
And so he basically built his coaching style under learning from Coach Jolly. And so there's a lot of familiarity there. Well, look at the Eldon Mustangs, 3-0 to start the year. Pretty incredible, and it's been a while since the Mustangs have started off the season 3-0, and they've done so with just thrilling wins. Week 1 was a blowout. Week 2 against Owensville, they're down by 5 points with 9 seconds left from the 30-yard line. The ball deflects off a defender's helmet into the hands of an Eldon Mustang who goes 70 yards to pay dirt with no time on the clock. They win by 1. Yeah. Last week, they destroy Versailles at home. And so 3-0 coming in here against Osage. They're fired up, and they want to keep this going. Now, when you look at the other side, Osage, 0-3, they're looking to get their first win tonight.
Yeah, it's been they've had a tough schedule.
Very tough.
Hit Jeff City, which is never easy, and then they were up in Moberly, and that was kind of a heartbreaker. And then Blair Oaks last week. It's always a tall order, to go there. So maybe that they're looking forward tonight to hanging out and competing against a group of kids maybe that they know a little bit and have some have a different kind of competitive edge maybe against or at least opportunity for sure. So
if I'm an Osage parent and I see this schedule come out this summer, I'm like, well, wait.
Who hates me?
Jeff City first, then you go down to Moberly, then you got to play Blair Oaks, perennial powerhouse, reigning state champion, probably going to contend for another state championship. They have definitely had a tough schedule so far this year. Eldon, not quite as bad, but they've been really impressive. And when I look at the Eldon Mustangs, man, their junior quarterback, his third year as the starting quarterback, he started as a freshman. Last weekend, 3 passing touchdowns, 2 rushing touchdowns. 4 of those came in the first half. He had a clinic. Do you have him starting on your fantasy team?
My fantasy team, I was just going to say, I think I'd take him. I've got Tom Brady this week, and I think maybe I'd like to sit him down and put the Eldon guy in there. That'd be great. So
I'm waiting for somebody to create a high school fantasy football, like a Lake area. I think that's our calling.
Let's do it. Me and you, we'll put it together.
Organize it.
Yeah, and co-commish. 2 of us in it, probably something like that.
That's greatness. So when you look at Eldon, you talk about Hunter Hess, just an incredible athlete. He's a 3-sport athlete and really impressive. But they have so many other guys on this team that if they touch the ball, they may very well score on that play. And it all happens because of their incredible offensive line. So much is that this week, we're going to spotlight one of those offensive linemen. Jasper DeGraffenried is the Jet Ski Place Spotlight Player of the Game. He's a senior leader. Huge week last week. He's always double-teamed, still had 5 tackles, a tackle for a loss, and he was just disruptive. In the backfield, it seems like every snap he wins that point of attack. And so for DeGraffenried as a senior, 4-year starter, he's coming in. My Mustangs are 3-0. Yeah. These seniors on this team, they got to be fired up coming into tonight's game.
Yeah. Be pretty exciting, and what's great about Justin is you don't have any problem spotting him. He's kind of like me, sort of one of those full-figured guys, and get in there and get dirty. And
what you like from the linemen?
I mean, let's go. Let's get in there. That's why we're here. We watch the Hogs start throwing people around. Be fun.
People mistaking me for an NFL lineman when they see me. I go, nope, just bad healthy living, unhealthy living.
Too many Big Macs, baby. That's what you
beautiful.
Got going.
So Jasper's our spotlight player of the game, and this offense and defensive line for Eldon, that's really where they thrive. You look at these scores they're putting up, it's because they're winning that point of attack. A couple other guys you got to mention. Christopher Shepard, the tailback for the Mustangs, he only touched the ball like 8 times last week. He scored a receiving touchdown. He had a rushing touchdown. Does it on defensive well. This team is stacked, and they're coming in here tonight against an 0-3 Osage team that if the Indians don't keep this close early, it's one of those games that could really get out of hand quick. And so for Osage, it's going to be crucial they get off to a fast start tonight.
Yeah, and the environment works in their favor in that way. Home game, it's homecoming tonight, and so the balloons are out, and the parking lot's full, and the dogs are cooking, and the girls are pretty, and the whole thing. So a lot of things that could work. In addition, just their hard work in the weight room and all the rest. The environment tonight is really set up here in this setting for them to do well and to show up and show out and
a lot of people watching from around the lake area tonight, hoping that the Osage Indians get their first win. But there's also a lot of people back in Eldon that are like, hey, this is our season. We're 3-0. When I was talking with Coach Chad Holt on the field just a little bit ago, I was trying to get him to tell me how big of a deal this was. Not only are you on the road, you're 3-0, it's your former mentor and Coach Jolly. Right. This is a big deal, right? And he didn't say that. Actually, you can hear what he had to say. Got Eldon head coach Chad Holt here. And, Coach, you start 3-0 on the season, and you come in against your arch rival Osage Indians. How's your team feeling coming into this one?
Good. Anytime you can start out 3-0, it's always a good thing. But they know what's that task at hand tonight's going to be a lot harder once we get into conference play here and a local rival. I mean, everything's going to be on the line for these guys, and it is for us as well.
Very good. Now, you mentioned conference rivals. Of course, it's a huge game. Do you feel like with them being 0-3, they're going to be even hungrier than normal to get that W?
I think so, but at the same time, I mean, if you can't get up for the Eldon Osage game, then something's wrong. I know their guys are excited, our guys are excited, so I think there'll be plenty of energy.
Coach, now what do you guys have to do when you look at Coach Shannon Jolly's Osage Indians? What are you keying in on tonight to try to stop these guys?
We got to make sure that we tackle well against them. The last couple of years, we haven't tackled very well, and we know Coach Jolly teaches the wing tee really well. Those guys are going to come downhill fast and hard, and we got to make sure that we're tackling well and getting 11 to the ball.
Very good. Now, tonight got off to an ideal start for the Eldon Mustangs. How do you see it going early on?
For us, we always want to take the ball to begin, get our offense on the field, try to get a hot start, get a little bit of momentum going, and then get the defense out there and get a quick stop.
Very good. Now, Coach, we appreciate your time and wish you luck. Good luck against those Osage Indians, man.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
That's Eldon head coach Chad Holt.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. The pure joy of a kid getting ready to go on the lake. Get lake ready and leave the heavy lifting to the compact frame of Kubota's powerful utility vehicle. Accelerate with Kubota's Sidekick to blur the line between work and fun. Available in orange, black, and camo. Visit your local Kubota Crown Power and Equipment dealership today. Passion, power, performance. crown-power.com.
Time to get your PWC winterized, and Dockside Marine, the jet ski place with over 30 years experience, is the place to go. You can feel secure knowing Todd is working on it. Why brave winterizing yourself and make a costly mistake? Todd will winterize at the shop while you wait or schedule at your dock. At the shop, winterized prices start at just $80. Multiple skis get discounts. Check out midmopwc.com for all the info. midmopwc.com, the jet ski place. What are you waiting for?
Camdenton, Quick Car Wash and Lube opened in March on Jack Crowell Road, and you welcomed us with open arms. Thank you. As a locally owned business, we've served Jefferson City and Osage Beach for years with our monthly unlimited wash club. It's simple. Pull into our brand new tunnel on Jack Crowell Road as many times as you want, all for one low monthly price. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. In Jefferson City, Osage Beach, and now Camdenton.
Lakefront Living Realty Missouri. We're changing lives one lake house at a time.
Hi, we're Annie
and Jesse Falstich,
broker and owners
of Lakefront Living Realty Missouri.
If you're looking to buy or sell lakefront property, we have you covered. We live the lake life ourselves, so we understand we're not just selling a home, we're promoting a lifestyle. Our premier lakefront specialists are here to coach you every step of the way. So visit us at lakefrontliving.com to put our experience to work for you.
Sometimes we take things for granted, but it truly is the little things in life that make a big difference and give us our best memories. At Millard Family Chapels, we honor and celebrate those cherished memories, no matter how small, because we know it's those special moments that mean the most to the families we serve.
At Millard Family Chapels, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life.
Take time to enjoy it.
And we're back. It's homecoming night in Osage for the Osage Indians playing host to the Eldon Mustangs. And it's your Lake TV Game of the Week. We're live here on our Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show. William Holtz joined by Ken Lumley. And we told you guys about the visiting Eldon Mustangs 3-0. They're riding high. Really haven't stopped carrying that momentum of that Week 2 win against Owensville. That thrilling last-second answered prayer. Looked really good last week, and they're fired up when I was down on that field. But for Osage, 0-3, you mentioned you're coming home. It's homecoming. They got to feel like this is really an opportunity to get their first W of the year. Yeah, and I can't imagine that there's anybody they'd rather get it against, you know, than Eldon. And, you know, just say, hey, we've had a tough schedule, and we're right in here. We can compete in our area, and for them to jump in and do that tonight would just be great. It would be indeed. And when you look at the hometown Osage Indians, they're going to have their quarterback Connor Vaughn in there. He struggled a little bit early on. They're really trying to find their identity offensively. Sometimes they get into funks, and so tonight it's going to be interesting to see how they start the game. Are they going to spread it out and air it out a little bit against Eldon, or are they going to try to play Eldon style of pounding the rock and try to control that point of attack? It'll be interesting to see. Now, we're going to keep the trend or the theme of offensive linemen going. We told you about Jasper to Graffenried, and for Osage, they got 3 senior linemen that are going to be spotlighted tonight on the Dockside Marine, the jet ski place. You got Tanner Gardner, Matt Barnes, and Ashton Carter, and Coach Jolly says, man, these 3 are the heartbeat of our team. They're all 3 voted captains by their teammates, and they start on offense and defense. All 3 of them start on both sides of the football, so those boys are going to be tired come end of the game. And it's a good night to spotlight your linemen because that's really where Eldon thrives. And so these 3 individuals in particular, Tanner Gardner, Matt Barnes, and Ashton Carter, the senior trio, they're going to have a tall task tonight. And it's going to start with them. If they're able to hold their ground, keep people away from the backfield as far as the defense is concerned. It's going to go a long way in helping Osage get off to a fast start and try to stay in this ball game. Of course, when you talk about the Osage Indians, we told you about head coach Shannon Jolly, kind of a journeyman, kind of a special journey as far as Osage is concerned. You start here, you go to Eldon, capital city, now back here. It's his second season back here in Osage, and this is not exactly how he envisioned this would start. But like you said, you look at that schedule, man, that is one tough schedule. And for Coach Jolly and the Osage Indians, during homecoming night, they're pretty fired up. They think they're going to be able to stay in this one. I caught up with Shannon Jolly just a little bit ago. Now we're here with Osage head coach Shannon Jolly. It's homecoming, coach, and where would you rather be here than on your home turf?
You know, it is exciting. Like I said, we've been talking all week about having everybody here, people starting to file in, and, you know, it's a great night. It's perfect out here.
So now I know that for the coach talk, you don't like to talk about rivalries, and I know you've got history at both schools. Is it more of a special game for your kids being against the rival Eldon Mustangs?
I don't know. You know, that's tough to tell. We're in such a building process right now and just putting things together and trying to get better each day. But, I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's, you know, they're familiar with Eldon, and there's a little bit of history there as far as the rivalry. So, you know, anything that we can use right now, even homecoming, to you know, to bring some energy and a little bit of enthusiasm to our kids is definitely, you know, a bonus.
Very good. Now, Coach, you guys start 0-3 on the year, but it's a brand new night tonight. Talk about the way your guys prep this week in practice coming into tonight's game.
Well, I don't know that we did a whole lot different. I mean, you got to navigate a little bit of the homecoming activities and stuff, but really, you know, we've had a pretty consistent pattern of preparation. You know, we're preparing for hoping probably an eventual state champion or state runner-up this year in Blair Oaks and Jeff City and those things. So, you know, our preparation is stayed similar.
Now, Coach, is there a reason your guys' schedule got a little tougher? I mean, I hadn't seen you guys play Jeff City before. Can you offer the viewers a little insight on how you guys start with a team like Jeff City?
It was just about trying to create a different standard. I mean, and if you went to the first half of the Jeff City game, you know, that's probably the best football we've played all year. So I think when you're playing high-level competition, I think it brings out a high-level performance. Unfortunately for us, we couldn't finish all 4 quarters, but still it sets a standard of, hey, we're going to try to push ourselves in all aspects from here on out.
When you look at your opponent, Coach, the Eldon Mustangs, you're familiar with Coach Chad Holt, of course. What do they do well, and what do you got to do to stop those guys tonight?
Well, I think they've built on some of the stuff that they've done in the past offensively, and so that helps them, makes it a little bit more challenging on defense for them. But, you know, Chad's a great dude, man. I got so much respect for him and a lot of those guys that coach over there. So, you know, I know they're going to work hard, and I know Eldon football is a big deal to these kids, and they're going to play hard. And anytime they come over here, we always get their best game. And so, you know, that's how it's going to be.
Coach, we love when the two rivals get together. We wish you luck, and thank you for your time.
Thanks, guys.
That's Osage head coach Shannon Jolly. Ready for the Indians to make their way to the field as you see them trotting onto the sideline. It's a special night here in Osage. It's homecoming. It's always a big game. You get the community together. You to announce your court. And actually, you were part of that before at Camdenton, correct? Did the homecoming court festivities?
Yeah. I had my 2 sons both were part of that, and it was fun. You get to walk down there on the field and all that. So.
Yeah, in case you guys don't know, this guy's son, Isaiah Lumley, was a stud for the Lakers and played some college ball. He played at Evangel?
Played Evangel. He played a small Lutheran school up in Wisconsin as well. And then my youngest, he was all district, all conference on the line his senior year, and it was a lot of fun.
Fantastic. Well, we're going to take our attention down to the field for tonight's national anthem. State's national anthem right here from School of the Osage. We'll take a commercial break and be back on Lake TV.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Loring. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
And we're back as you see the Osage Indians take the field in front of a big home crowd tonight, and they're fired up, Ken, and as they should be. Did you play football in high school?
No, I did not play football in high school. No, that's the short answer to the question.
I was going to ask if you remember what the homecoming festivities were like as a senior, but I won't. I didn't play football either. They didn't have any high school jerseys I could fit into.
Well, they had that for me. I grew up in Nebraska, and whatever happened in high school it paled in comparison to what happened on Saturdays in Lincoln. We were all rallied up around there, and those homecomings were big.
Wait, so you're a Huskers fan?
It's harder to claim now than it used to be. But
well, Scott Frost on his way out.
It's a tough deal. He's still a legend up there. He'd be fine.
We stick to the trend of Nebraska fan Keller commentators because Uncle Chris is a diehard Husker.
Is he?
Yeah.
That explains the sad look in his eye from time to time.
Well, it's better than being a Missouri fan. We'll make the trip early tomorrow morning to very likely watch Missouri lose to Abilene Christian.
Let's hope not. Let's hope they pull that one out. It'd be great if they could.
So it's your Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show, and it's about time for our captains to meet at midfield. We told you about Osage 0-3. A couple of the guys you want to keep an eye out for tonight in the backfield. Two guys get a lot of carries, Aiden Williams and Jackson Funderburg. Now, Jackson was really their stud a year ago. Back this season, I expect him to get a whale of carries. And then not listed on the depth chart on offense, Eric Hood, the stud linebacker. But look out, because last year as a sophomore, when he touches the football, he's another one of those kids that he may very well score every single time, and I expect him to be active on offense as well. And of course, the four-year starter, the senior Hunter Graber at wide receiver, an absolute stud. I've seen a lot of great games for that young man. And of course, Eldon, we told you about Hunter, has just put on a clinic. We also have a lot of weapons around him, including Christopher Shepard, Devin Wardenberg, and I'll tell you what, last week we saw Andrew Beanland, the sophomore. He had a 65-yard fumble recovery to the house, also had a 70-yard touchdown catch. They did all of the work after the little bubble screen. He went the distance, so they got some weapons on Eldon's sideline. And if I'm Coach Jolly, I'm going to do anything but what you've shown on film through 3 games, because one of the things that Coach Chad Holt really sets himself apart in is studying the upcoming opponent, as far as talking to the other coaches that have seen them, breaking down game film from numerous angles. I mean, so if you've got a number, he's got it. And so for Osage, they got to get creative. I'm hoping they stay in it. We'll take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll see our captains meeting at midfield.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
It's time for a new home, and your solution is Ozark Homes under the water tower in Laurie. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and make it a reality while staying within your budget. With real estate and construction prices at an all-time high, let Ozark Homes stretch your dollar. We have many customizable options, including kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even offer a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams a reality for over 30 years.
Now is the perfect time to prepare for summer at the lake, and Serdike Yamaha is the place to go. From boats and wave runners to motorcycles and ATVs, Serdike Yamaha has something for everyone. Serdike Yamaha is family owned and operated and proudly celebrating over 50 years of serving the Midwest. At Serdike Yamaha, you'll find more than just great products. We're a full service operation ready to provide all the parts, accessories, and services you need for a great time outdoors. Visit Serdike Yamaha, your one-stop shop for year-round fun at the Lake of the Ozarks.
What do we call them? Tails. Called tails. There is tails. You want to kick, you want to receive. Which way you want to kick it, Red? Okay, you're going to swing this way, and White, you're going to come to me. I just need your shoulder 65. You're going to receive, right? Yes, sir. White will receive. Okay, shake hands and go. Hey, let's go, baby. Hey, let's go!
So Eldon watches Osage win the toss, and they're going to elect to receive. Okay, other side. Now, I've never seen the visiting team on this sideline. I'm used to Osage. So actually, Eldon wins the toss, and just like Coach Chad Holt said, they like to get the ball first. They like to get the ball in the end zone and kind of set the tone. So after Eldon wins the toss, they choose to receive, and we are officially set for homecoming football from Kaiser, Missouri. That concludes tonight's Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show. Without further ado, it's time for high school football. So, Ken, did you know this is Lake TV's 10th season doing high school football?
I did not know that. Congratulations to Lake TV.
Yeah, we're super excited. I'll tell you, we do our classic game of the week on Tuesdays and Fridays in the off season, and the amount of games over the last 10 years that have been classics, either come down to the wire or just been crazy. Let's hope we've got another Lake TV classic brewing right here as the 70th meeting between the Osage Indians and the Eldon Mustangs for tonight's Lake TV game of the week. Osage set to kick, fielded about the 10-yard line. Full head of steam. Devin Wardenberg now changes direction, and he'll be corralled just shy of the 30-yard line. So tonight's first series starts with the Eldon Mustangs 1st and 10 at their own 29. Be interesting to see for Osage if they're able to contain this powerful Mustang attack. We got a lot of seniors do the Osage Indians, and really on the other side, Eldon has some seniors, but a lot of junior and sophomore playmakers, and that bodes well for them over the next couple of years. Hunter Hess now out of the gun. Quick hitter into the flat and able to haul that in. That's number 7, Zach Smithson, the junior. So after the incomplete pass, 2nd and 10 as Derek Bradley on the coverage. And that answers our question. Eldon comes out firing, which is uncharacteristic of them. They love to hide the football. You'll see a lot of misdirections. You'll see a lot of reverses. And defensively, it's really hard to spot the football with that style of offense. And that does not typically consist of throwing the football early. 2nd and 10, Hess out of the gun. Inside a handoff. Nice running room and good yardage up just shy of the 40-yard line. Christopher Shepard. About a 9.5-yard gain, going to bring up 3rd down and short. Shepard, he's a speedster. So on 3rd and short now for Eldon. Their first 3rd down attempt tonight in the early going, and was proving to be a capacity crowd here in Osage. 3rd and short, inside handoff. It's Shepard. He's close. I think they're going to give him a New Spring Wellness Center first down. Just at the sticks, they give him that first down. And so a fresh set of downs for Eldon.
Looked like Matt Barnes got a good break on the ball there, but just not quite soon enough, not quite quick enough.
Yeah, it was a solid defensive effort, but with just half yard to go, that push that Eldon line gets up front, man. It's going to be hard to keep them headed into 4th down situations if there's short yards to gain. So first down now, they carry to Shepard once again. He's going to be taken down on the tackle for Osage. Carson Ball with the stop. Going to bring up 2nd and 4. And Shepard, he's so solid. He's pretty small, so he's hard to corral, but he's a great pass catcher as well out of the backfield. And last week, Eldon didn't go to him a whole lot. They didn't need to, honestly. They were scoring in all types of ways. Even had a kickoff return that was called back on a penalty.
Well, they're running the ball well at the moment, and Osage really needs to pick up and get a stop there, just like that.
Just like that. Funderburk, Matt Barnes, and also in on the stop for the Indians, Dalton Walls. So a loss of about a half yard. 3rd down and 5 now for Eldon. Yeah, it was a nice job of penetration by the line.
And this is one of those situations where a lot of times coaches will throw in a hard count just to make sure that the defenders are watching the ball and try to take an easy first down if they can.
So 3rd down and 5. Hess play action over the middle. Thrown and intercepted on the play. That's Vaughn. And he's going to be taken down at about the 48-yard line. So our first turnover of the game gets this Osage crowd in it. It's the interception by Connor Vaughn. His counterpart threw it right to him, overshoots his intended target, and Vaughn does the rest. And Osage starts 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line of the Mustangs.
I wonder if there was some miscommunication maybe, or didn't take a good line, or I don't know. It looked like something was off there.
It was the pressure applied by the Osage defense, and wow, absolutely busted out of a cannon on the play. Really impressive. We talked about Beanland, Andrew Beanland, just a sophomore, showing he's not a one-trick pony. He does it offensively, and then obviously defensively, that speed from his secondary position, Ken, he was right in there.
Yeah, he got a good line, broke the line, and made a great play.
2nd and 9 now. Vaughn out of the gun. Funderburk takes the snap. Good yardage. Still on his feet inside the 35. Inside the 30. He may go inside the 10. He cuts back. Little stutter step. Finally pushed down at the 4-yard line. That's a 43-yard run. That's a New Spring Wellness Center first down on the legs of Jackson Funderburk. And Osage, the first to visit the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance Red Zone. They'll have it 1st and goal at the 4.
Terrific play, exciting, fans to their feet.
Really look at the patience here too. He gained an extra 5-6 yards right there. So Funderburk starts right off where he left off in his last broadcast on Lake TV. Handoff up the middle. Good second effort, is just shy on the play. That's Aiden Williams, the sophomore tailback, going to bring up 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, they're just knocking on the door here. Feels like the ball's in the shadow of the goal line.
See how big this Eldon D-line can get.
Yeah.
Backed up against a wall. They've bended on that long run. Will they break? Vaughn under center. Takes the snap. Inside give off and score. Just like that, Aiden Williams. First to score, the Osage Indians on the 1-yard run for Aiden Williams with 8:14 to go. Impressive. After the takeaway, Osage makes quick work of it. 48 yards on 3 plays to pay dirt. Up 6-0, and now John Kimry in to attempt the extra point.
You know, you can't help but wonder sometimes when you have a tough start like Osage has had with the schedule they've had, the caliber of players.
Extra point up and good, and so with 8:14 to go, Osage strikes first. You're watching exclusive coverage of Lake Area football on Lake TV.
Have you heard of vitamin IV drips at New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach? IV is a very efficient way to deliver all that goodness from vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, all in a hydrating fluid. Our IV drips can increase your energy level, your wellness, and help you feel great. We can accommodate groups in the comfort of our center in Osage Beach. However, we are excited to let you know that New Spring Wellness Center is also going mobile. Now you can save time and feel better by getting an IV vitamin boost at your event, like bachelor parties, weddings, golf outings, or even a company gathering. Call New Spring Wellness Center, and with a little pre-planning, we will come to you and boost your health.
We're back here, and with 8:14 left to go in the first, what an ideal start for the hometown Indians.
Terrific. It was just a great. I just wonder if some of the competition that they played the last few weeks isn't sort of showing up here, but like they're enjoying getting to move some people and
So Osage now, short kick, just inside, and oh, very nearly disastrous for Eldon. Really a smart move. You want to let that go out of bounds because then it's a penalty flag and you get it at the 35-yard line in high school. And so it's 40 in the NFL, 35 in high school. And so he was smart to try to let that, but it was almost a takeaway because it bounced. Had Osage grabbed that, that's a live football.
Yeah. And sometimes they can bounce back into the field of play.
Yeah, I've seen
really
that.
fun. Yeah, turns really fun then.
So as a coach, you just kind of teach your guys, man, on kickoffs, completely different situation than punting. You see the football close to you, fall on it. Do not hope you have a teammate around you. Do not hope, someone's going to pick it up. That's a live football. So 1st and 10 now, Eldon on their 2nd series. Keep it on the ground to start, and he is going nowhere. The Eldon ball carrier, first man there for Osage, Tanner Gardner, one of our 3 jet ski play spotlight players. How'd you like to run into those arms? My goodness.
No doubt. Looks like Osage got a little motivation going. Turnover, touchdown, and see if Eldon can turn the tide.
And that's exactly what we said they needed, was that quick start, keep the crowd in it, get some momentum, and looking good here. See if the interception early rattles the junior Hunter Hess out of the gun, takes the snap. Quick bubble screen into the flat, has his man. Uh-oh, look out. Cross the 40. Pancake block way down the field. Impressive. That's number 65, Jace Robertson, the junior, and the ball carrier on the play for Eldon. Again, that was Zach Smithson.
Yeah, it's just the way they draw that up to get that kind of blocking out in front of the running back, in front of the wide receiver when they catch that bubble screen.
Devin Hardy, on the reception there. So another New Spring Wellness Center first down. Ball stays on the ground. Christopher Shepard, full head of steam, and he'll be gang tackled right about midfield after the gain of 8. So 2nd and 2 now. Beautiful evening here in Osage as the sun is setting. Always love this place to watch high school football. Camdenton's great. We have a lot of great local high schools, especially get those beautiful Lake of the Ozarks sunsets off in the distance. In the words of Marv Levy, where would you rather be than right here, right now?
Nowhere. I mean, nowhere.
I'm not sure I believe you.
Well, I'm going with it.
Hess now. Rolls to his right. Look out. He's going to be nailed from behind. An errant throw, and look out for Hunter Hess because he took a shot from Eric Hood, caused an errant pass that comes up short. Going to bring up 3rd down and 2 with 6:28 left.
I wondered if 2nd and 2, maybe they wouldn't take a little bit of a shot there. They did. So now kind of make a good play here on 3rd down.
Haven't gotten to be around me in football a lot, but if you are, you'll hear me say, my favorite down in the game is 2nd and 1. You always take a shot on 2nd and 1 or 2 because 3rd down and manageable, I can live with that. So 3rd and short, the handoff goes to Shepard, who has a New Spring Wellness Center 1st down up to the 45, and Eldon has it into Osage territory. That's their 3rd 1st down so far with 6:20 to go here in the 1st quarter.
It was a nice play. Keep the drive going. See if they don't come back with another run here on 1st down. Keep that line of scrimmage established.
Always got to keep an eye out for Eldon. They love the play action after they've rocked you to sleep. Like to hit a tight end right up the seam. Keep an eye out for that. 1st and 10. Handoff to Shepard, and he is swallowed up. My goodness. Once again, Tanner Gardner, the senior, he must have known he was being spotlighted because he's been on it.
He has been. He took that running back and hugged him in, and he disappeared there for a minute.
That's the way you always hug me.
Yeah. Well, I love you. It goes deep.
So
you know?
It's a lot of love too, I'll tell you.
Yeah. 2nd 10.
7-0 Osage, an ideal start. Eldon trying to even the score on this series, that being their 2nd time on offense tonight. Quick hitter into the flat. Nice deflection on the play. Eric Hood from his linebacker position. Tell you what, he is so fast. Just got off the line like that.
Yeah, those tip balls, you always wonder what they're knocking down, where it would have gone, what would have happened. And when the balls get tipped like that, and great for the defense, frustrating for the offense.
Yeah, Hess now, he's had the interception in that one. This is not common for him. He's the Eldon field general in his 3rd season as the starting quarterback. So it's in his 1st rodeo. 3rd down and long. Hess taking a shot, looking for his target, has a step in just a little too far on the play, falls harmlessly to the turf. Going to bring up 4th down and 11, and an obvious punt situation here for Eldon with 4th and 11 coming up.
Yeah, not a lot of options there. It's a beautiful ball, just overthrown.
Hunter Hess super underrated with his arm. I mean, he really does have a cannon. Just a little more air under that. I think they're looking at tying this game with an extra point. So 4th down and 11. Hunter Hess also does the punting duties for the Mustangs. Low snap, nice job fielding it. Nice high punt. Derek Bradley calls for the fair catch, but one of his teammates was close, so takes an Eldon bounce. He's going to be down at the 8-yard line. So a solid punt of 37 yards pins the Osage Indians inside their 10. You don't see that a lot at the high school level.
No, not a lot. And it would have been nice if he could have caught that, saved him a few yards there.
Yeah, and I think one of his teammates was close, made him a little nervous. He just wanted to get away. So we'll take a commercial break with the Osage Indians leading Eldon 7-0.
When was the last time you looked at Central Bank? We mean really looked at what's possible when you combine leading-edge technology with a bank who can make important decisions locally and who can help you turn what's possible into what's real. Take a new look at the world of possibilities with Central Bank. Strong roots, endless possibilities.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. The pure joy of a kid getting ready to go on the lake. Get lake ready and leave the heavy lifting to the compact frame of Kubota's powerful utility vehicle. Accelerate with Kubota's Sidekick to blur the line between work and fun. Available in orange, black, and camo. Visit your local Kubota Crown Power and Equipment dealership today. Passion, power, performance. crown-power.com.
And we're back on Lake TV where the Osage Indians up early, 7-0. Eldon, 2 series so far, and the Osage D forces a punt and gets a takeaway on that first series. get a look at the Osage offense for the second time tonight. Vaughn out of the shotgun. Thunderbird takes the snap. He's blown up in the backfield. He loses about 4 or 5 yards on the stop. So Osage backed up against a wall here inside their own 3-yard line.
Yeah, they broke through the line and hit him in the backfield and never had a chance. Be interesting to see what Coach Jolly calls in this situation.
You know how frustrating that'd be if you're a running back. By the time you get the ball, you're like getting nailed by 2 different guys. Is like, it doesn't look good in this stat book. So second down and long, 4:20 left in the first quarter. Vaughn takes the snap, going to roll to his right, looking for Graber. Graber goes up and plucks it out of the air. Nice piece of receiving there up to the 7-yard line, closer to that initial line of scrimmage. Just a 3 or 4 yard gain, going to bring up 3rd down and 11.
And the tackle there reminded me a little of Kelsey on the goal line last night, where he got eggplanted into the. I thought he was going to get planted there into the 10-yard line. That's what I thought was going to happen.
You know, I thought that they threw a flag for that, like for picking him up and body slamming him.
Right.
There was no flag on the play last night.
No.
That was interesting. So 3rd down and long. First 3rd down attempt for Osage tonight here in the early going. Connor Vaughn, a designed run, going to try to get outside. Has a hole, has good yardage across the 20, and that was a slow developing play, but great blocking by Jackson Funderburk, Derek Bradley, and Aiden Williams. That's a 20-yard scamper for a New Spring Wellness Center. First down.
Vaughn had great patience on that, picked his spot perfect, and then accelerated, put his foot in the ground, and made it happen.
Yeah, look at the guys out here blocking. He just kind of follows his blocker, and well-designed play and even better execution by Connor Vaughn and his upmen. So 1st down and 10. Osage tries to keep the drive going. Vaughn takes the snap, has Williams. Huge hole, still on his feet, just dragging Smithson up to the 38-yard line. That's a 15-yard gain and another New Spring Wellness Center first down for the Osage Indians. Starting to get a little momentum here is the Osage running game.
The line, the players of the game, Gardner, Barnes, Carter, point of attack there, opened a great hole.
Yeah, that misdirection, too. They thought Jackson Funderburk was taking it to the right, and that slight hesitation by that second line of defense, really effective. Here's Williams once again, just barely tripped up on the play. Otherwise, he might still be running.
Yeah. You know, when you get these kind of rhythms going, you just stick with it, kind of make them stop you before you try to do something else. And why wouldn't they keep running the ball 4 or 5 yards a clip, 6 yards?
Broke.
Keep going.
Right. I tend to do that in Madden. You know,
you do.
I'll just keep doing the no huddle, same play. So second down, here is Vaughn, going to pull it and run. Tries to get outside. He does. Nice little stiff arm action. And Connor Vaughn, an impressive run across midfield, has a nice gain of 9 yards and another New Spring Wellness Center first down.
Quick, good decision, kept the ball, good read, and then just a good athlete got outside there.
You like the little Josh Allen stiff arm he gave him out there?
Little Hurts.
Yeah. I think more people would probably call it the Josh Allen stiff arm at this point than Jalen Hurts.
Well, maybe.
So first down and 10, 2:25 left in the first quarter. Vaughn out of the gun. Williams, big hole, full head of steam, still on his feet, dragging defenders up to the 36-yard line for 12 yards, and yet again, a New Spring Wellness Center first down for the Indians. That's 4 on this possession.
It's terrific just to watch them continue to run the ball, and you just wonder if they aren't setting them up, you know, for maybe some sort of a
over-the-top
tight end dunk or a fly pattern.
Tell you that up the seam, after you've rocked the defense to sleep, man, it's hard for a linebacker to think your tight end's not going to be blocking and just runs right past you. First and 10. Vaughn going to pitch it outside. I believe that's Eric Hood. inside the 30, dragged down from Beanland, but not till he makes his way to the 25-yard line. That's 11 yards and another New Spring Wellness Center first down. And now Osage really starting to control that point of attack, and we did not anticipate that.
No, he had a great block by wide receiver out there on the wing that really let him cut back to the inside.
Yeah, now you'll see Eric Williams spelled for Jackson Funderburg. This Osage team giving Eldon a little taste of their own medicine here. First down and 10 as we're approaching the 1-minute mark of the first quarter. Vaughn gives it to Williams, and look out, he is bamboozled right at that line of scrimmage. Taken down, and really solid defense. Beanland in there for the Mustangs once again. And boy, how you doing?
Yeah, met him head on. Kind of what we were talking about. You know, now they've stopped that and shown up a little bit, and so it'll be interesting to see if Osage comes right back to it, or if Coach Jolly does some sort of misdirection, heads another way.
Yeah, Osage really looking good in the first quarter. 2 possessions, a lot of yardage. They've got it 2nd and long here from the 25-yard line. Vaughn out of the gun. He's going to roll to his right. Oh, look out. VJ back there and has him. What a play. VJ Jones, the junior. That goes for a huge loss. And in last week's game, Ken, he has 2 sacks, 2 more tackles for a loss, and a total of 9 tackles in that game a week ago. Just a junior. I say he's got Division I prospect written all over him. As we conclude tonight's first quarter, your score, Osage 7, the Eldon Mustangs 0. It's our time to remind you that the only way to prevent more stray dogs and cats in our lake communities is to get your pet spay and neutered. They're happy to announce we've partnered with our veterinary and the lake to give away another free spay and neuter through Ozarks Cat and Canine. This message and quarter break presented by our veterinary.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Time to get your PWC winterized, and Dockside Marine the Jet Ski Place with over 30 years experience is the place to go. You can feel secure knowing Todd is working on it. Why brave winterizing yourself and make a costly mistake? Todd will winterize at the shop while you wait or schedule at your dock. At the shop, winterized prices start at just $80. Multiple skis get discounts. Check out midmopwc.com for all the info. midmopwc.com, the Jet Ski Place. What are you waiting for?
So as we welcome you back, it's our Ozark Homes fan cam as we see our Osage student section. They're here in full capacity. And you know, when I was in school, the homecoming dance was always the Friday of the game. I heard the Osage homecoming dance is tomorrow night. The only reason I know that is our very own Jonah Debert has a date to tomorrow's Osage homecoming dance. And we're really proud of him. We didn't know if we'd ever get to this point, and so the young man's growing up on us. And against all odds, he's got himself a homecoming date tomorrow night.
That's terrific. I wish him only the best.
So 3rd down and 18 now for Osage. Out of the gun, Vaughn now rolls to his right under pressure, up the seam, has his man Eric Hood, catches it to the house, touchdown. Osage with 11:54 left on a 3rd and 18. Eric Hood draws separation and a dime dropped in by Connor Vaughn. Osage up 13-0.
Terrific throw, terrific read, terrific route. It was great all the way by Osage. Got the fireworks going. And the student section crazy. The flags running down the track. The band is playing. The cotton's tall, daddy's skinny, and mama's good looking on the Osage side of the field.
I love it. The extra point attempt is up, and it is good by John Kimmery. So 11:54 remaining. It's 14-0. Let's get another look at this 31-yard strike from Connor Vaughn to the junior Eric Hood.
Perfect timing.
Camdenton, Quick Car Wash and Lube opened in March on Jack Corral Road, and you welcomed us with open arms. Thank you. As a locally owned business, we've served Jefferson City and Osage Beach for years with our monthly unlimited wash club. It's simple. Pull into our brand new tunnel on Jack Corral Road as many times as you want, all for one low monthly price. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. In Jefferson City, Osage Beach, and now Camdenton.
Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri. We're changing lives one lake house at a time.
Hi, we're Annie
And Jesse Falstich
broker and owners
of Lakefront Living Realty, Missouri.
If you're looking to buy or sell lakefront property, we have you covered. We live the lake life ourselves, so we understand we're not just selling a home, we're promoting a lifestyle. Our premier lakefront specialists are here to coach you every step of the way. So visit us at lakefrontliving.com to put our experience to work for you.
And back just in time to see Osage kick off. That's fielded up to 36. Wisely just grabbing it and falling. Let's not take any chances. Okay, now there's our veterinary penalty flag. You believe we didn't have a single penalty in the first quarter?
Terrific, clean play. It's what you like to see in a high school game.
Every one of these players should send our veterinary an apology letter, ripping him off with his penalty flag sponsorship. It's like, come on, man. Break the rules a little bit so we can plug our sponsor. That's greatness.
Yeah.
So with 11:54 to go after the our veterinary penalty flag, looked like false start. Jason Colonius, the short kick, fair catch called for and made at the 38 for the Mustangs. That's Aiden Isbell. So 1st and 10 now. Eldon, they're not really used to being in a situation like this. They're down 2 scores here early. They're on the road. For them, really, they just got to try to maintain a drive here. I always like to say to give your defensive break, but it doesn't really mean anything in high school because most of these kids play both ways.
Both ways, yeah.
But it does seem to help you be less tired when your team's getting first downs. First down run, and that's going to be pretty decent gain. Christopher Shepard, the ball carrier, has it up to the 42-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, really a crucial drive for Eldon here. I'm sure all their fans are a little antsy. Just like to see something sustained, get some points on the board, tighten this up a little bit.
Going into half, I'm going to predict this game is going to be a pretty close ball game. Here's the give to Christopher Shepard. Beautiful piece of hitting. Tanner Gardner once again at that line of scrimmage says no sir-ee. That's going to force Eldon into another 3rd down situation. They're 2 for 4 on 3rd down here in the early going. Really impressed with what I've seen from Osage defensively. This does not look like a team that came into this game 0-3.
It doesn't at all look that way. And this is a big play here. 3rd and 5. Really need to pick this up and convert.
So out of the gun. Hunter Hess tries to draw him offside, and looks like his guy might have moved on the our veterinary penalty flag. So the hard count actually backfires. Christopher Shepard, the tailback, started just a bit early. The official Johnny on the spot. So now instead of 3rd and 5, you're going to be faced with 3rd down and 10. And those are the type of penalties that will keep Coach Holt up all night tonight.
Just pull your hair out. It just is a tough thing to watch. Not just on the Eldon sideline. Again, their fans, parents, they're ready for a 1st down here.
You know how you forget about the penalty? That's right. You convert on a 1st down. So 3rd down and 10. Hess under pressure. Hood coming in from behind. Hess has some room. He's going to try to get to that marker. He does with a beautiful run up to the 48-yard line right at the sticks. We'll give him 10 yards and enough for a New Spring Wellness Center 1st down. You see Eric Hood from behind. He very nearly caught him.
Yeah, he did.
That kid is so fast. So the 3rd down conversion and just actually already 4 first downs now for Eldon. You know, really the stats look fairly similar so far. That interception was the big swing so far in this one, but Eldon hoping to maintain this drive. They have it near midfield, and I'm looking for them to take a shot downfield, Ken.
It'd be great if they did.
Quick hitter inside, and I bet they wish they would have. Nothing doing, and first man there, that's Ashton Carter, the senior. It's like the third time Eldon's been stopped for a loss of 3 or more. You really want to stay ahead of the sticks because you have to go away from your game plan. You're always facing a 2nd and 13, a 3rd and 14. I mean, you don't draw up your game plan to be in those situations.
For sure. It feels like Osage's confidence on the defensive line feels like it's been sort of growing as the game has gone on here.
You're absolutely right. They just continue to get stronger as this first half goes on. 2nd down and 13 into the flat. Smithson and able to haul that in. Falls incomplete. Hunter Graber in on the coverage. And is it just me, or does Eldon look like they're feeling the pressure of being down 14-0, and they're kind of having a hard time getting over these early game jitters?
Yeah, it feels like they're 3-0, and they're sensing, smelling like there's going to be a bit of a ball game. I'm hopeful they'll adjust and really lean in here and make a nice play on 3rd down, just like they did last 3rd down.
Well, it's an opportunity here, like you said. They converted the last time. This time, 3rd and 13. A little up and under. Looking to take a shot for Devin Wardenberg. What an arm, but inaccurate on that one as Hunter Graber. Good coverage, falls incomplete on the pass attempt, going to bring up 4th down and 13, and another punt situation for the Mustangs, and they have not found themselves in this position often here in the early part of this season. Osage, they look more like the 3-0 team because they are so disciplined right now. I don't think they've yet to commit a penalty.
Yeah, that's huge when you can play that kind of error-free football. Really puts pressure on your opponent.
Hess gets a high but short kick. Takes a good Eldon bounce. Connor Vaughn, he's going to try to field it. He does, still on his feet. A little dipsy-daisy with his footwork and out of play at about the 24-yard line. So with 9:16 to go here in the second quarter, Osage up 14-0, and they've got the football.
Yeah, it was a really nice block down there by Landon Childs. Helped to spring him a little bit, come back around. It was a good block there. I was worried you might come in there and do a crackback, and that might end up being a penalty for him. He held off on that to his credit, and they picked up a few yards on that return.
That's like me when someone leaves the lid off the cookie jar. Man, it's tempting, but you know better.
Yeah,
you know.
You just got to hold off.
1st down and 10. Ball's to the 24-yard line. Osage has it. Vaughn out of the gun. Read option. Great read by him. Good yardage across the 40. Still on his feet inside the 40. Nice cut all the way down to the 29-yard line. That's a 46-yard run by the quarterback, and another New Spring Wellness Center 1st down.
It was a terrific run. Great read. He's a great athlete. And, man, they are really putting the pressure on the Eldon Mustangs right now.
What a move. I think that was supposed to be a handoff, but he realized nothing was doing, and it was a read option. He made the right call. Look at Graber down the field blocking for him. Great footwork and patience, and another big play for the Osage Indians and this crowd. A lot to be excited about here through the first quarter plus. Out of the gun once again is Vaughn. Good pressure in the backfield by Eldon, and they take him down in the backfield for a big loss. Nice piece of tackling, Devin Hardy, all the way back at the 44-yard line. That's a 7-yard loss, going to bring up 2nd down and 17, and maybe that's what the Eldon defense needed.
Yeah, a nice sack there, tackle for a loss, and it was a run play all the way. I don't know if you could see by camera, but there was nobody downfield to throw to. He didn't have any options except for to keep running and pray for daylight. You know?
That's right. Yeah, that's good eyes there. I didn't even see it. But, yeah, if no one's running downfield, you know it's a design run play. So no options for Vaughn, just wise to hold on to it and not risk further disaster for his team. So 2nd down and 17. Another good amount of pressure. Causes an errant throw by Vaughn as Zach Smithson. The coverage as they were looking for Ryan King, the senior tight end. Nothing doing. So 3rd down and 17 now. Osage a perfect 2 for 2 so far on 3rd down, but they face a little tougher task here with 3rd down and 17 sitting in front of them.
Yeah, the Mustangs did a great job getting back to Vaughn on that. He just couldn't get his feet set. He just threw their timing off, and now Eldon has them on this drive right where they want them, 3rd and 17. See what they do where they are on the field. I wonder if this isn't 2-down territory.
Yeah, watch the slot receiver here, Derek Bradley. Actually, they're going to do a little delayed draw. Jackson Funderburk block in the back, going to take this one back. Maybe a decline situation. He did gain good yardage, about 12, but the veterinary penalty flag is going to be a holder block in the back. They got a hold on Osage. We'll see where they spot this, or if Eldon decides to decline the penalty, and they won't. They'll back him up.
Yeah, I think that's a good call on Eldon's part. You would think close as they got to the 1st down marker that Coach Jolly would have gone ahead and gone forward on 4th. So now you're at 3rd and a very long way.
27.
They got to drive all the way to Eldon to get this 1st down.
Well, it would have been 4th and 5, yeah. And so they take the 22-yard difference, but they're going to give the extra down. So we'll see if Osage doesn't capitalize. 3rd and 27. Vaughn under pressure, going to take a shot, looking for Bradley, very nearly intercepted. Right there on the play was Devin Hardy. Had it in his hands, but looked upfield. He was looking for a pick 6 and did not secure it in there. So 4th down and forever after that incomplete pass.
My guess is when Vaughn looks at the tape on that particular play, he's going to wish that he had thrown it about 3 steps earlier. He just was a little late on that. Gave the defender an opportunity to recover, and now we've got the punt. Just what Eldon needed.
Yeah, exactly what the doctor ordered, and so the decision to back him up proves a good one. 4th down and 27. The punt by John Kimry. Short one, shanked it. Up to the 27-yard line, so a 31-yard punt net. And Eldon, they get the stop they needed, and they've got it 1st and 10 at their own 27. We said the last series was crucial. Well, it was true, it was. That made that defensive series even more crucial. Defense did their job. Now it's time for the Mustang offense to reward their defense for stopping Osage. Because, man, they had it all the way down to like the 13-yard line and backed up on the penalty. Good defensive stop, and now Eldon, they're saying, don't look now. We're about to get back in this one.
7 minutes, 46 seconds to halftime. And if they could rattle off a 6-minute drive here, score a touchdown, 14-7.
They're going 2-for. Ken, they're going 2-for. They're going to get a touchdown, and they're going to try to get it back. Christopher Shepard, the ball carrier, about 3 or 4 yards on the play before Tanner Gardner gets the stop. I mean, I'm not keeping individual stats. That's going to be the 4th or 5th time Tanner Gardner's been in on the stop.
Been in on a lot of them tonight, just as we were anticipating he might be.
Yeah, this Osage line led by those 3 seniors, they've been the storyline so far. They've been opening holes. They've been controlling the point of attack. They've been in the Eldon backfield. So Eldon with the football, they're going to be hoping to move it. Christopher Shepard. Nice little cut. He's got about 3 or 4. There is an veterinary penalty flag on the far sideline. Probably going to be against Eldon based on Shannon Jolly's body language.
Yeah, it'll be a tough penalty to take. 2nd down here. Holding call, 10 yards. It's going to put it 2nd and 17, probably somewhere around there. Back in their own end. 7:05 left on the clock in the half.
Yeah, it was 7 minutes. That is not where you want to be. As you look at that 1st down marker at the 38, they're moving the wrong direction. 2nd down and 19 or 20 now. Watch for Hardy. Bottom of your screen, Devin Hardy, the sophomore. Hess going to set up the screen a little high, looking for Christopher Shepard. Falls incomplete. Good job by the Osage front to get pressure and really allow that play not to get started.
And Eldon fortunate that there wasn't an Osage player standing right there to intercept that ball. There would have been nobody between them and the goal line would really have been tragic, but it falls their way. 3rd and 17. See what Eldon can do here.
Looks like we've got a penalty flag. It's going to be a sideline warning against Osage, so no yardage marked off, but the second time they get warned or they get the flag thrown for the sideline violation, they do get yardage marked off. So don't say they haven't been warned.
They have been warned, and I'm sure they've all taken due notice. I bet the coaches are barking.
I heard that a lot growing up. Don't pretend that you weren't warned.
Yeah, that's right.
3rd down and 19 now. Eldon. Hunter Hess under pressure, look out, and he is bamboozled. A nice hit, and guess who? You can already imagine Tanner Gardner, the senior, a big loss in the quarterback sack, going to bring up 4th down and forever for the Mustangs. How about that answer by the Osage defense?
For sure.
They are not letting up tonight, and 4th down and 30 now. Eldon going to be forced to punt, backed up inside their own 10, and Osage seemingly should have dream starting field position here.
Absolutely. And as those 3 senior interior linemen, as they've done well on one side of the ball, it seemed like they've had that same confidence go over on the other side of the ball.
Correct. Vaughn now on the low punt, really a nice punt, has it about the 50, cuts back across the field. VJ Jones in on the stop. Wow. He is tough, Eldon Jr. VJ Jones, but a nice return of about 13 yards, and it's Osage 1st and 10 at the Eldon 37-yard line. And we'll have an official timeout. So we'll take a commercial break and be back on Lake TV with 5:47 left in the first half. As we welcome you back, you get a look at the Osage cheerleaders. And with Osage up 14-0, they probably got a little extra excitement. Of course, it's homecoming, and when you're in high school or really any grade school, there's nothing better than Friday night because you got the whole weekend ahead of you. No school for 2 days. Then look out because that Sunday night lull creeps in.
Yes, it does.
I mean, as a football fanatic, you spend the whole day eating bad food. You're loving it. Then you start to see you lost a fantasy game. Football's almost over for the weekend. Monday workday's coming like a freight train. Hard not to fall into what I call the Sunday unfun day funk.
You know, you should copyright that. Put it on a
Working
t-shirt.
on it. 1st and 10 now, Osage. They want to pad this lead. It's Eric Hood, the ball carrier. Full head of steam up to the 27-yard line. Real close to another New Spring Wellness Center first down. 9 yards every time he gets the football. He looks like he's shot out of a cannon, and he is so hard to tackle. People bounce off him like a pinball. Boom, boom. Or as John Madden used to say, well, I better not. 2nd down and short. So this is the play for a play action.
Yeah.
Right? Take a shot to the end zone.
Take a shot. Let something fly.
Vaughn gives it to Hood. He has a New Spring Wellness Center first down. Very nearly lost the football. Was able to corral it. So after the New Spring Wellness Center first down, Osage getting close to that red zone. They've got to the 24-yard line with 5 minutes to go here in the first half and a 14-0 lead already.
The clock is ticking, and you can't help but wonder if the folks over on the Osage line are trying to have one of those Madden moments where they score here, they get the ball back to start the second half, and becomes really discouraging when you're on the other side of the ball like that. So maybe Eldon can step up.
Funderburk gets the carry. Keeps those legs moving and has a decent gain of about 4 up to the 20-yard line. And for Eldon here, you're right. Osage, you know your opponent's looking to add to the score. They're going to get the football to start the second half. This could go one of two ways for Eldon. This could kind of be like the nail in the coffin as far as your spirits, or it could be the boost you need to get the stop and hopefully have enough time to get some points on the board. But, yeah, you don't want to go down 3 scores knowing your opponent's getting that football to start the second half.
Eldon really could use a turnover right here. They really could if they could make something happen in that regard.
So second down and 6. Uh-oh, you called it. Ball's on the turf. Who's got it? Oh, Osage fortunate to fall on it. Connor Vaughn, the quarterback. We do have an Our Veterinary penalty flag on the play. I thought you were about to make the call of the century. Right as you call for it.
Yeah. Well, I've watched a lot of high school football over the years, and, man, these kids, they can make just some of the most incredible plays. And then sometimes, you know, just the pressure of the moment, the opportunity, and they just have a little bit of a brain cramp and lose concentration sometimes.
Yeah, you're not kidding. So 3rd and 11 now. After the Our Veterinary penalty flag. Vaughn under pressure, look out. He's going to be taken down on the quarterback sack. Big time play. That's number 64, Jasper DeGraffenried, our spotlight player of the game. Big impact there. So instead of 4th down and field goal range, it's going to be 4th and forever back at the 31-yard line.
And I wonder if Coach Jolly won't go for it here. I mean, I don't know what sort of punt. Their defense has been playing so well. Their defensive line has. And so it looks like he's going to take a shot here. Maybe take a timeout, let the clock run down a little bit more.
Yeah, well, I don't mind in this situation. I mean, if you punt the ball into the end zone, they're going to get it at the 20. So you lose 12 yards by taking a shot. And you mentioned, as good as the defense has been, I'd say air one out. So it's a timeout by the Osage Indians. We'll take a commercial break and be back on Lake TV.
Sometimes we take things for granted, but it truly is the little things in life that make a big difference and give us our best memories. At Millard Family Chapels, we honor and celebrate those cherished memories, no matter how small, because we know it's those special moments that mean the most to the families we serve.
At Millard Family Chapels, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life.
Take time to enjoy it.
It's time for a new home, and your solution is Ozark Homes under the Water Tower in Laurie. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and make it a reality while staying within your budget. With real estate and construction prices at an all-time high, let Ozark Homes stretch your dollar. We have many customizable options, including kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even offer a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams a reality for over 30 years.
We're back on Lake TV, and it's a 4th and long here for Osage. Be interesting to see. We talked about, Ken, do they punt? Do they take a shot? You don't have a lot to lose. But the other side of that is if you give them the ball at 32 and they take advantage of that 222 and come down and score, you might think twice about that next time you're in this situation. But Osage are going to take a shot. Vaughn out of the gun. Up the seam, was looking for Eric Hood, who never turned around, falls harmlessly to the turf, and Eldon, their defense for the 2nd consecutive time, does their job. Now we'll see if the Eldon offense can't get going here a little bit.
Yeah, it looked like the quarterback, wide receiver there weren't on the same page. The quarterback's kind of barking a little bit, and the wide receiver's kind of saying, hey, I was clean, going deep. Anyway, it works out great for Eldon. 2 minutes, 18 seconds to the half. And, boy, they really need to get some points on the board here. Just be a crucial drive for them.
Well, they've already got one victory, and that was not allowing Osage to pad that lead. The rest would be bonus. Here's Wardenberg into the flat. Tries to make the first guy miss. He does shake Bradley, but coming in, Aiden Williams cleans that up. Nice play, actually. Isaac Foster, the senior, rather, on the stop. So a 1-yard gain, going to bring up 2nd down and 9.
Just terrific coverage out there by the corner to make that tackle, slow him down.
Stepping up in the booth, has his man and falls incomplete. 3rd down and 9 now with 1:47 left. Sorry, that's 3rd down and 9 after the incomplete pass. Do we have an our veterinary penalty flag, or are the officials just trying to? Yeah, they got holding against Eldon. So we'll replay 2nd down. I didn't see the marker on the field, but I do see the official says offensive holding, and Eldon once again moving that wrong direction.
Yeah, not good timing on that penalty. 2nd and 20, it looks like the board says.
Yeah, 2nd down and long. You see Vaughn's shoes almost makes it look like 2 penalty flags running around. Keep getting fooled. So here's Vaughn now on the run. Sorry, Hunter Hess. He's going to be tripped up by Vaughn on the play, but not until he has about 9 or 10 yards on the nice keeper, but not enough of that so far here in the first half for Eldon. One of their longer plays on offense, going to bring up 3rd down and 11.
Osage continuing to let the clock run. You'd think they might take a timeout, force the punt if they could hold here. Osage did not get a penalty here that would give an automatic 1st down.
Yeah, let's hope they don't. Unity might be after you. 3rd down and 11. Hess avoids a couple of would-be Indians and then takes it up to about the 41-yard line, just shy of 1st down yardage. I don't think he was aware of where that marker was because he had a couple more yards there where he could have lowered his head and tried to pick that up. So 4th down and short for Eldon.
Yeah, it looked like if he'd have been going to the other side where the sticks were, he would have had that 1st down without any trouble. It's like he just wasn't quite sure where he was supposed to go, and so looks like they're going to go for it. A little bit of a risk. Oh, no. Okay, they're going to punt.
Well, it's hard to say, though, because it's their quarterback and their punter. So
yeah,
it'll be an Eldon timeout with 1:01 left. So we'll take a commercial break and be back on Lake TV.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the mile marker formula.
And we're back on Lake TV for our high school football game of the week. And Ken, it's Eldon here, 4th and 1. They lined up in the punt formation. It'll be interesting to see if they don't change their mind. But Chad Holt, he is very, very fundamentally sound, and he does not gamble a lot, especially in your own end. And I think for him, his thought process is, and he might have changed his thought process because now they're lining up out of the shotgun as if they'll go. Christopher Shepard is bamboozled by Jackson Funderburk. It's a 4-yard loss and a turnover on downs, and Osage in great position. 58 seconds left, all 3 timeouts in their pocket, and they got it at the 37-yard line of Eldon. Are you surprised they went for that?
I am a little surprised they went for it, honestly, but you can't blame them. They're looking at the clock. They're trying to figure out how to make sure that they get a maximum opportunity to score some points here before the half. Take a risk, roll the dice, and it just didn't go their way. Again, the difference, those guys up on the line, those senior linemen for Osage. And we'll see what they can do here with the last 58 seconds.
So 1st down and 10, Vaughn out of the gun. We'll play action, rolling to the left. He's in trouble. Now he's going to just tuck it, and he'll be forced out of bounds for a loss on the play. Coach Jolly not happy with him on the far sideline. You see there, giving him the business a little bit, telling him what he wanted. So 51 seconds to go. That's a loss of 6, going to bring up 2nd down and 16.
Downfield, Bradley was wide open early in that route, and Eldon was putting some pressure on him. That's how that works. But, man, if he could have turned and planted and let that go.
Yeah, you alluded to it. He was running against his body, which makes it tough to contort and get that throw. Bet he wished he had that one back. Second down and 15. This time it's Aiden Williams. He's got some room. Little cut back, and then he's forced. No, still on his feet. Finally pushed out at about the 26-yard line. He's got enough yardage for a New Spring Wellness Center first down. We'll give him 16 yards. Beautiful run right there by Aiden Williams.
Yeah, terrific play, terrific cut on the 25-yard line now. 42 seconds left, so they haven't spent that much time. He got out of bounds. I was worried he wasn't going to get out of bounds, and then he did. And
they do have all 3 timeouts. So at this point, the middle of the field is wide open.
Yeah, it is.
Which I always love those options. You see coaches burn timeouts early, and they regret that later in the game. Little roll-out play action. Now looking for Bradley. He had him. Doesn't throw it. Now looks for his tight end, and then it looks like a late hit on Vaughn. Jasper to Graffenried in there. They're going to get him for a roughing the passer personal foul. That's Eldon's 5th penalty here in the first half, and that's a costly one right there.
Man, those penalties, 37 seconds left. Already kind of got a drive going. Well, now you're moving them down 15-yard line, it looks like 16 maybe. First and 10, 3 timeouts. Well, if you're Osage, you like where you are at the moment.
Let's see where they mark this. Mark this down at the 13-yard line where it'll be first and 10, as you said, right there for Osage. That penalty was the 10th Osage first down here in the first half.
Really dominating on the line, big plays. And if you're Eldon, somebody on the defense just needs to step up here and make a play. That's really what they need.
Yeah, this would be an ideal time for a takeaway. You said that earlier. They very nearly had one. Here's the hand to Williams, I believe, or is that? That's Aiden Williams down to about the 10 after a 3-yard gain and a timeout called by Osage. So we'll take a commercial break and come back with Osage knocking on the door.
Now is the perfect time to prepare for summer at the lake, and Surdike Yamaha is the place to go. From boats and wave runners to motorcycles and ATVs, Surdike Yamaha has something for everyone. Surdike Yamaha is family owned and operated and proudly celebrating over 50 years of serving the Midwest. At Surdike Yamaha, you'll find more than just great products. We're a full service operation, ready to provide all the parts, accessories, and services you need for a great time outdoors. Visit Surdike Yamaha, your one-stop shop for year-round fun at the Lake of the Ozarks.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Loring. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
And we welcome you back to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. It is week 4 of the high school football season at Eldon and Osage for the 70th time in their storied program's history. Face off head-to-head, and it's Osage in control here. They're up 2 scores, 31 seconds left in the first half. Second down and 7 from the 10. Vaughn takes the snap. Going to be Derek Bradley on the reverse. Inside the 10, tries to get the edge. Nice little spin move. Doesn't work. Really solid defensive effort there for the Mustangs. Jalen Beckman, the sophomore, takes him down. Another timeout here by Osage. So bring up 3rd down and about 6 when we return from this commercial break.
Have you heard of vitamin IV drips at New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach? IV is a very efficient way to deliver all that goodness from vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, all in a hydrating fluid. Our IV drips can increase your energy level, your wellness, and help you feel great. We can accommodate groups in the comfort of our center in Osage Beach. However, we are excited to let you know that New Spring Wellness Center is also going mobile. Now you can save time and feel better by getting an IV vitamin boost at your event, like bachelor parties, weddings, golf outings, or even a company gathering. Call New Spring Wellness Center, and with a little pre-planning, we will come to you and boost your health.
And we're back on Lake TV, and don't forget, as part of our Millard Family Chapel's halftime show tonight, we'll bring you the entire Osage homecoming coronation ceremony brought to you by the good folks over at Surdyke Yamaha. We'll have the entire court and all that great information with our senior plans as they graduate next spring. And I'm telling you what, this is such a cool venue for high school football, but I've always noticed the crowd never gets incredibly loud here, Ken.
Yeah, they have a more of a social kind of setup here normally.
Third down. Looking for the end zone, and Hunter Graber and Connor Vaughn not on the same page. So Eldon defense once again doing their job. Now 4th and 5 from the 8-yard line. Boy, if their defense could stop Eldon or Osage twice on this side of the field, what more could you ask from for your defense?
Yeah, they're playing well. They've dodged a couple of bullets here. And see how the Osage kicker does.
Yeah, it's going to be John Kimmery who's going to attempt the kick. Landon Childs does the holding. So from 25 yards, and here's an our veterinary penalty flag. Plenty of leg. That'd have been good from about 40. We'll get a chance to see how good that leg is, as that'll back him up 5 for a 30-yard field goal. And based on the way that one looked, I think you keep backing him up, he'll be just fine.
Yeah, he clearly had enough leg there. Puts this at a 30-yard attempt here. Yep. Which is a nice attempt in high school football.
Childs the hold. The kick is up, plenty of leg, and no good. He missed it wide left. So Eldon, their defense once again stands tall. The illegal procedure penalty turns out to be a big one, because that 5 yards was the difference the Eldon defense needed. So the score remains 14-0, and Eldon gets it back, but with just 14 seconds on the clock at their own 20-yard line. They may just elect to run the football and head into the half down 2 scores. I imagine Coach Holt's got some things to say to these boys at half.
Yeah, and I would imagine one of them is going to be, this could be a lot worse. Look where we are. Good job, defense. Let's come out and start strong.
Well, inside handoff. Wow. Really nice piece of tackling from down low. Ashton Carter trips up Christopher Shepard, and that's going to conclude tonight's first half with the hometown Osage Indians up 14-0. We'll take a commercial break and be back with our Millard Family Chapel's halftime show. And do not forget, we've got your entire Osage homecoming coronation ceremony coming for you live on Lake TV.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
It's time for the Millard Family Chapel's halftime show with Will and Chris.
And we're back at your Millard Family Chapel's halftime show. Now, we've got some homecoming festivities we're going to let you in on in just a minute. But first, 14-0, Ken. It really looked like early Osage was just going to run away with this one, and then we kind of slowed down a bit.
Yeah, felt like they stalled out a little, that Eldon's defense found some ways to sort of stem the tide a little bit,
yeah.
And we've got a ball game on our hands for sure.
Yeah, it's been a good one for Osage. They've played very fundamentally sound. They haven't been penalized a lot. They've got 10 first downs already. If anything, the turnover on downs and then the missed field goal could come back to haunt them, and I'm sure Coach Jolly has that in his thinking. But it's been a great start for the Osage Indians, who lead by 2 scores. And for Eldon, you mentioned it, they're really lucky it's not worse, and that's probably going to be what Coach Chad Holt tells his team.
Yeah, if I was Coach Holt, I would lean in and say, guys, we go out there, we get a stop right out, and then we get the ball, score a touchdown. It's 14-7. and you roll from there and get some momentum. And high school football, I mean, you never know with high school football.
Right.
It's what makes it so fun. You just don't know. You can take a 14-0 halftime lead, and it can turn into a fun little circus.
Just like that, especially with these two teams. We've seen it over the years. So we'll get back to breaking down the game for our Millard Family Chapel's halftime show. But for now, our friends at Surdike Yamaha bring you tonight's homecoming coronation ceremony.
Olivia is the daughter of Jesse and Elizabeth Porter. Olivia is an active member of FCA. She plays volleyball. Olivia attends Mount Carmel Church. After high school, Olivia plans to attend college at Mizzou and get a degree in the medical field. state awards in football. She is also lettered academically. After high school, Madison plans to attend college, majoring in business. And now, your 2022 homecoming queen is Madison Kessler.
Sometimes we take things for granted, but it truly is the little things in life that make a big difference and give us our best memories. At Millard Family Chapels, we honor and celebrate those cherished memories, no matter how small, because we know it's those special moments that mean the most to the families we serve.
At Millard Family Chapels, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life.
Take time to enjoy it.
Have you heard of vitamin IV drips at New Spring Wellness Center in Osage Beach? IV is a very efficient way to deliver all that goodness from vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, all in a hydrating fluid. Our IV drips can increase your energy level, your wellness, and help you feel great. We can accommodate groups in the comfort of our center in Osage Beach. However, we are excited to let you know that New Spring Wellness Center is also going mobile. Now you can save time and feel better by getting an IV vitamin boost at your event, like bachelor parties, weddings, golf outings, or even a company gathering. Call New Spring Wellness Center, and with a little pre-planning, we will come to you and boost your health.
When was the last time you looked at Central Bank? We mean really looked at what's possible when you combine leading-edge technology with a bank who can make important decisions locally and who can help you turn what's possible into what's real. Take a new look at the world of possibilities with Central Bank. Strong roots, endless possibilities.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. The pure joy of a kid getting ready to go on the lake. Get lake ready and leave the heavy lifting to the compact frame of Kubota's powerful utility vehicle. Accelerate with Kubota's Sidekick to blur the line between work and fun. Available in orange, black, and camo. Visit your local Kubota Crown Power and Equipment dealership today. Passion, power, performance. crown-power.com.
Camdenton, Quick Car Wash and Lube opened in March on Jack Corral Road, and you welcomed us with open arms. Thank you. As a locally owned business, we've served Jefferson City and Osage Beach for years with our monthly unlimited wash club. It's simple. Pull into our brand new tunnel on Jack Corral Road as many times as you want, all for one low monthly price. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. In Jefferson City, Osage Beach, and now Camden.
Time to get your PWC winterized, and Dockside Marine, the jet ski place with over 30 years experience, is the place to go. You can feel secure knowing Todd is working on it. Why brave winterizing yourself and make a costly mistake? Todd will winterize at the shop while you wait or schedule at your dock. At the shop, winterized prices start at just $80. Multiple skis get discounts. Check out midmopwc.com for all the info. midmopwc.com, the jet ski place. What are you waiting for?
It's time for a new home, and your solution is Ozark Homes under the Water Tower in Laurie. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and make it a reality while staying within your budget. With real estate and construction prices at an all-time high, let Ozark Homes stretch your dollar. We have many customizable options, including kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even offer a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams a reality for over 30 years.
Now is the perfect time to prepare for summer at the lake, and Serdike Yamaha is the place to go. From boats and wave runners to motorcycles and ATVs, Serdike Yamaha has something for everyone. Serdike Yamaha is family owned and operated and proudly celebrating over 50 years of serving the Midwest. At Serdike Yamaha, you'll find more than just great products. We're a full service operation ready to provide all the parts, accessories, and services you need for a great time outdoors. Visit Serdike Yamaha, your one-stop shop for year-round fun at the Lake of the Ozarks.
It's time for the Millard Family Chapel's halftime show with Will and Chris.
And we're back to wrap up tonight's Millard Family Chapel's halftime show. And congratulations to tonight's homecoming queen and all the court. They looked great. But as we direct our attention back to tonight's game, Osage, we told you, got out to a really fast start. It was Aiden Williams on a second goal from the 1, and then on a huge 3rd and 18, it was a beautiful pass from Vaughn. He found Eric Hood for 31 yards. And you talk about deflating. 3rd and 18, and you watch a wounded duck beat your coverage. As there you see the only takeaway so far is Connor Vaughn with the interception. That got us started. And then Aiden Williams, an impressive run here. And you'll see him get these extra yards right here. He's like, I'll just stop. Yeah, I'll take an extra 5 or 6, pad the stats, and then he'll finish off that drive. Will Williams, as that was Funderburk on the long run. And then here's Eldon. Nothing doing. I'll tell you what, all over the place. He has been number 58, Tanner. He's just been so stout. We called his name all night long. See a couple of passing plays and good piece of hitting. And really for Osage, their defense was so solid in the early going. The Eldon offense still scoreless, but it was the Eldon defense that kind of got the momentum late. They got a punt situation, then they held on back-to-back 4th downs for a turnover on downs, then, of course, the missed field goal. So this 14-0 score really could be a whole lot worse, as you said earlier.
No doubt about it.
Yeah, there's no doubt. It should be a lot worse than it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, this Eldon squad, they've been in situations this season that have been a lot more dire and a lot more unlikely for them to come back than where they are right now. Got a great batch of athletes, and if they can come out here and follow up some of that momentum they had at the end of the second half, the holds they made and how some things kind of fell their way, and they could hold Osage on this opening drive and take the ball, get some points, 14-7. You just don't know from there. It could be really exciting. They've got some great athletes, and they've made some terrific plays over the course of the last 3 weeks. And at 3-0, you got to think that coach looked at them and said, "Listen, this is what we do, and we're going to pull it together. We're going to win this ball game." So if I was Osage, I'd come out, keep the intensity high, and continue to play hard.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say is, you know, as bad as Eldon wants to get a stop and chip into this lead, for Osage, they're like, man, we have been so close the last 3 or 4 series. We got no points to show for it. They're going to be eager to get this crowd raucous again here early in this second half, because that 2-score lead, as you alluded to, that is not a safe lead, let alone or by itself in a high school football game, but especially when these two teams get together. We have seen some crazy games between these arch nemesis foes, the Eldon Mustangs and Osage Indians, as we get another look at some of the early plays in this one. That was Hess with an impressive run to get the first down, but like we said, Osage going to want to come out and add to this lead. And for Eldon, their defense got that little bit of momentum towards the end of that first half. They're going to look to come out and make a big statement here. And then really the key for Eldon is going to be Hunter Hess, their junior quarterback. He's off a huge week a week ago with 5 total touchdowns. The week prior, he had that 60-yard Hail Mary conversion. So he's riding high. Well, he's been humbled a little bit in this first half. He's got the interception. He's missed on a couple of throws. He actually ran out of bounds short on a first down he should have gotten. So if I'm looking at anybody for Eldon, it's their signal caller. Hunter has to have a much better second half if Eldon's going to get back in this one.
Yeah, and if he can turn the tide there, it'd be great. It felt like his time, it just felt like he wasn't on time. He felt like he was off a step. And sometimes, you know, those great players, they go in, they get a breath, they get a drink, they kind of resettle themselves, come out, and really could turn things around. He has shown over the last 3 weeks he absolutely has the ability to do that. And if he could offer that kind of leadership, and the rest of the players kind of come and follow his lead there, could be some fun fireworks here the second half of this ball game.
It's homecoming. We just named the homecoming queen for this year, as you guys got to see, courtesy of Surdike Yamaha. So as we conclude tonight's Millard Family Chapel's halftime show, we've kind of told you about this second half. And I also wouldn't be surprised for Eldon, if they want to get Hunter Hess going, that's some quick passes. Get him a couple completions. Get him in the rhythm where he's like, oh, okay, That's who I am. That's what I'm made to do. So get some early bubble screens, quick hitters, quick slants, get his confidence up, get him going, and then I think Eldon has an opportunity to move the football. Big stat, first half, Eldon only had 4 first downs. Osage had 11. And so that's a big number to keep an eye on. Penalty-wise, Osage, they had 3. Eldon had 6, so twice the amount of penalties. So everything you saw in that first half went Osage's way on the stat sheet, but only a 14-point lead to show for it. So it'll be interesting to see how this one shakes out. As we conclude tonight's halftime show, we want to remind everybody the only way to see less stray dogs and cats running around our lake communities is to get your pet spay and neutered, and our friends at Our Veterinary are giving away another, the second one tonight, free spay and neuter through Ozarks Cat and Canine in Sunrise Beach. Don't forget, folks, get your pet spay and neutered, and a big shout out to Our Veterinary for another free spay and neuter. We'll be back on Lake TV with the second half.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family, and at Our Veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our Veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Sometimes we take things for granted, but it truly is the little things in life that make a big difference and give us our best memories. At Millard Family Chapels, we honor and celebrate those cherished memories, no matter how small, because we know it's those special moments that mean the most to the families we serve.
At Millard Family Chapels, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life.
Take time to enjoy it.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center is growing in our community with a new dental location to serve you in Eldon and a new location in Loring. COMC also makes your children a priority with a mobile dental unit serving schools in rural areas where access can be a challenge. COMC also offers OBGYN, sports medicine, pediatric, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
We welcome you back to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football. It's been Osage out in front for the entire time tonight. Eldon yet to score. We'll see what they do here defensively because, Ken, as we told everybody, Osage gets the football first.
Yeah, and if you're the Osage Indians getting the ball, Coach Jolly, I would run the ball. Try to reestablish that line of scrimmage, see if that can continue to happen even right out of the gate. Think that if it could, it might be demoralizing a little bit for the Eldon Mustangs. And if you're the Mustangs and you're the defense, man, you're looking at one another and saying, we got to get a stop here and turn the tide and get into this ball game on the scoreboard.
Yeah, heck yeah. And the beautiful thing about football is really anything can happen once you come out of halftime. I think you'll remember in 1992, the Houston Oilers up 35-3 against the Buffalo Bills. The Bills stormed all the way back with backup quarterback Frank Wright before they kicked the game-winning field goal as time expired. Still, the biggest comeback in NFL history. Of course, if Eldon did that tonight, it would be nowhere near as impressive as what Frank Wright and those Buffalo Bills did.
Well, I do like you brought up the comparison, though.
Fielded inside the 5 by Hunter Graber. Full head of steam. Solid return. He's dragged across the 30. Be taken down right there. First down and 10. We get our first look at the Osage offense in the second half. And Connor Vaughn, a good first half. He had a touchdown pass and quite a few decent completions. We do have an injured Indian on the field, so while they get the trainers out and look at him, we'll take a commercial break and be back on Lake TV.
When was the last time you looked at Central Bank? We mean really looked at what's possible when you combine leading-edge technology with a bank who can make important decisions locally and who can help you turn what's possible into what's real. Take a new look at the world of possibilities with Central Bank. Strong roots, endless possibilities.
And we're back just in time to see the high snap. Vaughn does a nice job of holding on to the football, but Eldon defenders, they take care of that immediately. VJ Jones in there again, number 60. And I'm telling you, Ken, I love to see at the high school level when you can just tell this kid's got the making of a Division I college athlete. And you don't see it often. I think it's like 1.5% of high school athletes play Division I sports. But, man, this VJ Jones, just a junior. He's a nose guard and just massive. Got huge wingspan, and he's so strong. If he can get one finger on you, he's going to corral you and take you down. I've just been so impressed with him. So on second down, nice read option by Vaughn. He steps across. Nice cut back here. He goes inside the 41 man to beat, and a nice tackle on the play by Hardy, but not until Connor Vaughn takes it all the way down to the 33-yard line. That's a 35-yard gain and a New Spring Wellness Center first down.
Yeah, terrific run there. If you're Eldon, wasn't what you were hoping to see. If you're Osage, got to continue to feel good about the work of your offensive line, the reads that Vaughn is making, the runs he's offering. He's doing a really nice job tonight. He really is.
Yeah, and he's been patient on some of those, too, where he's let the play develop instead of just push it. Funderburk on first down. In on the stop, VJ Jones cleans it up. First man there for the Mustangs, Andrew Beanland. So for Eldon, they were hoping to get the stop, but a big-time run by Connor Vaughn. And now Eldon backed up against a wall again. Second down and 10, but already inside Mustang territory are the Indians. But listen to how quiet this crowd is.
Yeah, it's almost like they're still in the haze from the homecoming activities at halftime. Draws the Eldon Mustangs offsides there, it looks like.
And our veterinary penalty flag gets Jasper to Graffenried to jump. So a 5-yard penalty and another one for Eldon.
Eric Hood in the game. He's been exciting all night.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man, I don't know why he's not more featured in this offense, but he's another one that has next level written all over him. Such a big build and so fast. They're going to pitch it out to him. He's going to look for a hole. Then he scampers across. See the way he just runs like a gazelle?
It really does. And if you don't get him in the backfield and he gets some of that momentum going, he is a nightmare to tackle. Great athlete, great speed, good balance, reads well. He's had a nice night.
Indeed. So that's going to bring up third down and 2. Osage, so far tonight, they are 2 for 4 on third down. Not a lot of opportunities so far. Vaughn, misdirection play. It's going to be Aiden Williams, real close to that first down marker, and he has it on the second effort, I believe. They're going to spot him at the 23-yard line, and now they're going to say he's shy. Boy, so about 3-4 inches short of that yard to gain. So fourth down and inches coming up as Jasper to Graffenried limps to the sideline. So we've seen one player from both teams that were spotlighted now, shaken up. And luckily for Eldon, de Graffenried comes off on his own accord, but he'll meet with a trainer, and we'll try to keep you posted on that. So a big fourth down and short. Vaughn gives it to Aiden Williams. Williams, plenty of yards for the first down, and inside the 20. It's another New Spring Wellness Center first down, and now inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone, or no, just outside it as they mark it at the 21-yard line.
The first and 10, 8 minutes, 10 seconds, clock is rolling, and Osage putting together a nice drive already 4 minutes in, and got another first down and almost in the red zone.
Yeah, that's a good point as far as how long Osage is taking between plays and letting that clock burn, because you got a 2-score lead in the football. The only thing, ball's on the turf, and Eldon has it.
And that's what they
needed. Boy, what a opportunistic time for the Eldon Mustangs to get a takeaway, and falling on it for Eldon. That's number 51 in there Owen Martin, the sophomore, and that is a huge turnover for Osage, their first of the night, and that may be exactly what the Mustangs needed to get going here.
For sure, and did it with DeGraff and Reed out, and putting himself back together, try to get back in the game. Eldon, 1st and 10, 7:47, and turning the momentum.
Out of the gun is Hess. Takes the snap. He's got Shepard. Look at Hood. Did you see him throw away the blocker and then just run into the running lane to take down Shepard? I mean, it's not really fair.
Yeah, he's really fun to watch. He's been he's a great athlete and continues to make a difference both sides of the ball tonight.
If I'm an Eldon lineman and I get ready to try to block him, I'm going to say, this ain't where I park my car. I'm out. I'm out. 2nd down and 7:19 on the third quarter clock. Shepard a little reverse now. Not a lot doing as Wardenberg was a little careless with the football. He's going to be taken down on the play by Matt Barnes. Going to bring up 3rd down and 7. And Eldon this far just 3 for 8 on 3rd down.
And that play slow to develop. Not a horrible concept, it didn't seem like. But Osage up to the task. 3rd and 8, and this is a big opportunity for Eldon.
Yeah, they need to move the chains. You really cannot afford to go 3 and out after the first takeaway your defense has given you. Hess. He's going to give it to Shepard. He's going to try to get outside, and he will. Here goes Christopher Shepard across the 40, across the 50. Vaughn, the only man back, and finally corrals him and takes him out at the 28-yard line. That's a 46-yard run and a big-time gainer for Christopher Shepard. And just like that, Eldon with a New Spring Wellness Center 1st down and knocking on the door, and maybe that's what their sideline needed. What a call. On 3rd and 7, you run the handoff to the outside, and Shepard does the rest.
Yeah, no contained by Osage out there. And, boy, if you're Eldon, you've got to be excited. That was a terrific play and knocking on the door here.
What a call by Coach Chad Holt. Keep it on the ground again. And this time the ball carrier, number 23, is there's an arm-veterinary penalty flag as Brody Beanland, the freshman, with a rare carry. Well, they said there's a penalty flag, but I don't see it. Maybe he also saw Connor Vaughn's shoes and thought there was yellow on the field.
Could be.
Tell me I'm wrong, though. You look down there and you're like, oh, there's a penalty mark.
Oh, it looks like his feet are on fire a little bit.
Design run for Hess. Runs into his own lineman and takes him down. He's up to the 22-yard line. We'll give him 4 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd down and about 1, maybe 2. See him run over his own lineman?
Yeah.
Get out of my way. Isaiah used to do that.
Yeah, no. Isaiah, he was a lot of things, but he didn't move a lot of linemen.
No, he bounced off.
Yeah.
So 3rd down and 2. Inside of 5 minutes to play, and tell you what, Eldon's defense has been so good after that first quarter.
Yeah, they really have done a nice job. They really need to get this 1st down.
Hunter Hess now. Uh-oh, he gets the carry inside the 20, inside the 10, inside the 5. And they're going to mark him down inside the 1. Come on, man. You couldn't have seen that from there. He said he was out at like the half-inch line, but what a run by Hunter Hess. We do have an veterinary penalty flag on the field, and by all indications, it's going back against the Mustangs. Oh, no. So I wonder where the flag took place, because if it was 10 yards past the 1st down marker, it'll still be 1st down, and that's what is the case. So It's going to be a 1st down. The penalty took place well after the play, but that's the 8th penalty flag on Eldon tonight and an official timeout. So we'll take a commercial break and catch you up to speed after this. we are back on Lake TV as we get a look at our Ozark Homes fan cam. And not to be critical, but it has always been like this. Even with this packed crowd, your team up, now's the time. You need to be making a lot of noise trying to ruin the offense's communication, but Osage awful quiet with a 14-0 lead. So 1st and 10, Hunter Hess takes the snap. A half down, or handoff up front. Eldon does get a solid run. We'll give him about 4 or 5 yards. The ball carrier for the Mustangs, Daquan Williams, the senior, had a big game a week ago. We haven't called his name too often tonight.
Yeah, it was a nice play, nice veer play, and continuing to do well.
On 2nd down and 6, Hess going to keep it and down to about the 10. Hey, you guys got to either turn off our audio or you have to quit talking because I know you're super loud. You guys are talking about. No problem for Eldon. 3rd down and 4, down 2 scores, 3:46 left. Here's the opportunity they've been waiting for as they've got it at the 11-yard line. Osage defense eager to get the stop, but for Eldon, they feel like they can score here. They're right back in it.
Got to feel like it's 4-down territory, too.
Yeah, there's a sweep. Nice cutback and big hit on the play. Close to 1st down yardage. The ball carrier, once again, is Jalen Beckman. And they're going to say he's got 1st down yardage. A New Spring Wellness Center 1st down. So creative play call there. And that's the 2nd consecutive time for Eldon they've converted on 3rd down.
Yep, an outstanding conversion, and now you just got to finish it. No penalties, no mistakes. Hold on to the ball. Good throws, good reads.
1st and goal. Wardenberg gets the carry, lowers his shoulder, and carries the defense a couple of yards. We're going to say he's down to the 5. Bring up 2nd down and goal from the 5, and checking on our spotlight player of the game, Ken. I see Jasper de Graffenried still sitting here on the sideline by himself on the medical table. So not a good sign for the Mustangs, and now he's going to limp back towards the rest of his team on the sideline.
Yeah, if they lost him for the game tonight, that would be unfortunate. You know he's doing everything that he can in order to get back in the game and compete, help his team to win here.
So 2nd down and goal from the 5. Hess. Handoff up the middle. Not a lot doing. Nice penetration by the defensive line. Jackson Funderburg in on the stop. Going to bring up 3rd down and goal. And like you said, probably 4-down territory. 2 scores as we get close to the conclusion of this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, just 1 minute and 57 seconds left. Clock continuing to run. It's been a nice sustained drive that Eldon's had here. And big 3rd down play. They really need to score here.
Hess out of the shotgun. Daquan Williams to his right. Williams gets the call. Trying to keep the feet churning, and he's going to be bottled up and stopped. Runs into a wall at about the 2, and that's where he's stopped. So 4th down and goal from the 2. Nice job by the Osage defense, and this is obviously should go without saying, but if you've listened to me for more than a couple of minutes, you know I say a lot of things I probably shouldn't. So this is a must-convert situation for Eldon.
This is crucial. It's big. Love their heart going for it here. It's the right call. They don't get it. Osage pinned deep, but boy, they really need this score. Be interesting to see what they call. Maybe get him out on the outside.
Yes. Up to Wardenberg, still on his feet, reaches out. They're going to say he didn't get it. The Osage defense stands tall, and they stuff the Eldon Mustangs on 4th and goal. They'll be backed up inside their own half-yard line. Will the Osage Indians, but their defense does exactly what they wanted to do.
I'm surprised by that call because that's right into the heart of the Osage defense. That line, those 3 guys have been playing so well all night long, and a lot of the success that Eldon has had has been a little more on the outside. And so for them to make a play 4th down and to run right into the teeth of those 3 linemen, a little surprising.
Hey, I'm with you on that. Connor Vaughn now. The carry. He's got Williams now. Aiden Williams. He's got a big gainer across the 40. Cross midfield, and look at this run. That's a huge gain on first down by Aiden Williams. They'll spot him at the 33. We'll wait to see the spot. Yeah, the 33-yard line. That's good for a 66-yard gain and another New Spring Wellness Center first down. You'd think they'd be louder.
Well, you would think they could be.
Interesting. Because I went to Versailles, and at that time we didn't win a lot of games, but I was always excited. Go figure. You probably couldn't see that, could you?
Well, my kids grew up at Camdenton, and there would have been more volume, there. But
oh yeah, the jaws of death. They get loud. Thunderbird. The carry up the middle, or is that Aiden Williams again? Williams again. Williams with another New Spring Wellness Center first down, and Osage in control here. Eldon had to get that score, and they did, and Jasper de Graffenried now went back out, tried to give it a go, but as you saw and spotted, Kenny, limps back to the sideline, so he got something going on.
Yeah, hopefully it's not too serious if it ends his night here. Hopefully it's something trainers can help him with and get him back out there pretty quick.
There's an all-state medalist, or a state medalist in wrestling this year for Eldon as well. Tripped up from underneath, or Thunderbird, he gets stopped. Did I see a penalty flag fly in?
I did not see one.
Must have been the football on the sideline. So no penalty. It's a 6-yard gain, going to bring up 2nd down and 4. Osage now inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone as we conclude our 3rd quarter of play, and Osage 14-0 over Eldon. Before we go to break, we want to tell you the only way to prevent more stray dogs and cats running around our lake communities is, hey, get your pet spay and neutered, man. And our friends at Our Veterinary are giving away another free spay and neuter at Ozarks Cat and Canine in Sunrise Beach. So we thank our friends at Our Veterinary for their continued support. We'll take this quarter break and be back on Lake TV.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at Our Veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our Veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Camdenton, Quick Car Wash and Lube opened in March on Jack Crowell Road, and you welcomed us with open arms. Thank you. As a locally owned business, we've served Jefferson City and Osage Beach for years with our monthly unlimited wash club. It's simple. Pull into our brand new tunnel on Jack Crowell Road as many times as you want, all for one low monthly price. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. In Jefferson City, Osage Beach, and now Camdenton.
Back here on Lake TV in Osage, once again inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone as we start the 4th quarter of play. It's Williams on 2nd down and 4. He's going to be gang tackled at about the 15-yard line. We'll give him 1, going to bring up a very important 3rd down and 3.
And almost predictable. I mean, Eldon has really, since the start of the 2nd quarter, has really had kind of a bend and not break approach on defense. Sometimes you see those defenses that between the 20s they struggle, but when the teams get down there and toward the red zone, they really stiffen up, and that has been, since the start of second quarter, what Eldon's done.
Yeah, if they could just find a way to score, they're right in this one. Here's Eric Hood with the carry up the middle. Has 1st down yardage down to the 8, and that's another New Spring Wellness Center first down. And Eric Hood, man, I'd be giving him the ball all night long.
Yeah, I would say 40 carries wouldn't be enough based on what we've seen tonight. He's just a terrific athlete, great runner.
Last year in a game as a sophomore, can't remember who they played. and I don't keep official stats, but I get pretty close. I had him down for 235 yards and 3 touchdowns in one game last year as a sophomore.
I couldn't run for 235 yards in a game if nobody was on defense.
Yeah, I'd struggle with that as well. Here's Eric Hood up the middle to the house. Touchdown.
There he is.
Here's second of the night this time. On the ground, and Osage running away now 20-0. Back to the fireworks show off in the distance. Gotta love that. With 10:39 left in this one.
Yeah, the flags are running. Band's playing. And at the start of the fourth quarter here, 10:39 left in the game, going for the extra point.
Kimry on to attempt. The extra point is up, and it's perfect. So with 10:39 left in tonight's game, all Osage as they lead Eldon 21-0 on this. Eric Hood, 8-yard touchdown run.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those two things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
Welcome you back to Lake TV's coverage of high school football, and it's the homecoming night for the Osage Indians. And Ken, I'll tell you what, it's been all Osage tonight, even though they're 0-3, about an ideal performance from their team tonight.
Yeah, they really have done well, offense, defense. I tell you, the player that has really impressed me tonight is the Funderburk kid. You know, he is not of the largest of stature, but his heart and his abilities, and he's been in on every play, it seems like.
Yeah, on both sides of the football. As Devin Wardenberg now, he's holding the football out there like a treat. Almost got it jarred. He does hold on to it, and Eldon starts 1st and 10 at their 30. And Ken, you mentioned Jackson Funderburk. He's a senior, but he stands just 5'6".
Yeah.
So, yeah, you hit the nail on the head. He is where he lacks in size. He makes up for with toughness and heart. And he's one of the big playmakers for them and hasn't gotten a ton going offensively just due to lack of carries. But defensively, man, he has, like you said, been, it seems like, in every single play.
Yep, always around the ball.
So here's Hunter Hess now under pressure, and he goes down, and then you might have a late hit. No, J.P. Cordula got lucky. He didn't get called for the flag. In on the stop for the quarterback sack for Osage. I don't have an 89 in front of me. Let's see if I can find it in one of these other sheets. Oh, 69 with the quarterback sack. So Matt Barnes again in on the play. Andrew Evans, our spotter in the booth, keeping me squared away with that correction. Thanks, Andy. So 2nd down and 22, Ken, a 12-yard loss on the quarterback sack.
And then a false start there.
So another our veterinary penalty flag and starting to pile up for Eldon. That's their 9th now. Osage just 3.
Yeah, and you start to fear. I mean, this game is not over by any stretch. One big defensive play, big offensive play, and we're right back in it. But sometimes you get in these rival games and they feel like they're getting out of hand, and then you start losing concentration. You get frustrated, and hopefully that's not what's going to happen to Eldon here. Hopefully they'll double down.
2nd and 27. Hess now steps up in the pocket, looking for his target, and there's going to be a pass interference call on the play. I can see the Osage faithful not happy. Derek Bradley's going to get called for the our veterinary penalty flag on either illegal contact or pass interference, as Devin Wardberg was there. The ball was greatly overthrown. It wouldn't have been catchable, but I think Bradley did just enough right next to the official where he gets called for the pass interference. So it'll be a 10-yard penalty, I believe. Yeah, they're going to bring it back to the 13, then walk it up the 10 yards. Don't you love that they can't just figure out the hash marks? Like, we just want to put it at the 23, or no, maybe a 15-yard.
I think it's 15, yeah.
Well, it went from the 13 all the way up to the 32.
I think it's the 27.
Oh, yeah, good call. Wrong side of the field. So that makes way more sense. Second down and long now after the pass interference. So the one disadvantage of being in high school is it's not the automatic first down.
Right.
Oh, he's in trouble, is Hess. Into the flat. Good throw, but great defense. Big hit. Connor Vaughn, and I don't know about getting over him and clapping like that. Boy, you could see the competitive nature between these kids. They live 20 minutes away from each other. Always been a heated rivalry. I grew up in Eldon, and I just knew, I didn't know why, I knew we hated Osage.
Yeah.
I mean, and I didn't understand why, but that rivalry is still true today. You kind of get those rivalries when you're so close, and a lot of you work together in the summers and, you know, all that fun stuff. But 8:47 left, third down and 10. Hess under pressure once again. He's going to tuck it, cuts back across the field, stays on his feet, and I think he's got a New Spring Wellness Center first down. He does. Beautiful piece of running by Hess. He did that all on his own.
Terrific play, 8:37, down 21. Really need to find some pace, pick up, I don't know what sort of quick offense they've got, but they need to find some tempo here.
Yeah, inside handoffs and bubble screens are not going to be the recipe to getting back in this one. They do have all 3 timeouts, but just 8 minutes to work with, and they need a lot of help. There's your boy once again, Jackson Funderburk, leading the way with a TFL. So a 1-yard loss brings up second down and 11.
Yeah, he's been all over the field tonight, and just love watching those guys get in there that physically kind of look like they're a little undersized, but man, they're in the middle of all of it all the time, and they love it.
Second down and 11. Hess in trouble, but gets rid of it, has his man across the 50 and actually stepped out at the 47-yard line on the play. That's number 12. Tanner Pappas, the senior tight end, with his first touch of the night. So after the 7-yard gain, going to bring up third down and 4, but he stepped out of bounds shy of first down yardage. He had a really nice move after the catch. So third and manageable here for Eldon.
Yeah, and you love the hit that happened there. Both players popping up, excited to get to the next play.
Uh-oh, low snap, Dalton Shepard, and no sir-ee. And guess who? Ashton Carter, the senior, drops Shepard for a 3-yard loss, and that's going to bring up fourth down and 7. And I think it's safe to say the game on the line here. If Eldon wants any chance of staying in this or pulling off a Christmas miracle, they've got to convert here.
There's no question about it. This is for them the play of the game.
Yeah, if they don't convert here, it's time for the nail to meet the coffin. 7 minutes remaining. Hunter Hess has it, fourth down and 7 out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Eric Hood applies pressure. And he goes down, another quarterback sack, and for the second straight play, Ashton Carter blows it up, and that's going to be a turnover on downs, and very likely that is the nail in the coffin. 3 scores with just 7 minutes remaining, and look at Carter here. How fitting was it for Coach Shannon Jolly to name these 3 linemen his spotlight player of the game, because boy have they turned out as we look to take an official timeout. So we'll take a commercial break and be right back on Lake TV.
While the financial services industry for years has focused on products, pricing, and performance, or things we refer to at SRG as the how, our focus for our clients has always been around their why. And without fail, over all these years, those whys have centered around family, occupation, and recreation. Think legacy issues, retirement, or achieving a work-optional lifestyle, and checking off those important things on that recreational bucket list. Our foundational approach remains a focus on the things that matter most to our clients and the things that together we can control. And where those 2 things overlap, that's where we live and work every day. That's SRG Financial and the Mile Marker Formula.
And as we welcome you back, Osage out in front 21-0, and they've got the football. We do want to remind you, following the conclusion of tonight's game, it'll be our Quick Car post-game show. I'll be down on the field with our winning coach and our Lakefront Living Realty Player of the Game interview, so you can look forward to that. Some unfinished business here first as Williams takes the carry on first down and tries to keep the legs churning. Going to be stopped after a 2-yard gain.
So if the score holds and you were to vote for the player of the game tonight, who would you be thinking at this point?
Eric Hood's individual I think of. I also think that Ashton Carter in there. I mean, Matt Barnes was all over the place. Tanner Gardner with a couple of sacks and a tackle for a loss. I mean, your guess is as good as mine, partner.
We've had a number of players Osage has played really, really well tonight.
2nd and 9 now. Hood gets the carry. Makes the first guy miss. Still on his feet, taken down from behind at the 25-yard line. He's got 13 yards and another New Spring Wellness Center first down.
Let's go. Terrific run. Continuing to move the chains. Clock is running.
So tonight, Osage has turned it over on downs twice. Eldon's turned it over on downs 3 times. Both teams have gotten 1 turnover. 3 penalties for Osage, one of the more impressive stats. 10 for Eldon. Osage 2 for 6 on 3rd down. Eldon just 4 for 12 so far. Hood makes the first guy miss. Will not have any more success as he's stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Holding on to the ball. No turnovers. If you're Coach Jolly, at this stage, no mistakes, no turnovers. You got to feel good about that. Just forcing Eldon to continue to make plays, and you continue to not make mistakes. It's a great formula for the Osage Indians moving forward.
Yeah, and next week, Osage, they're going to be at California, another game they can definitely have a shot to win. That'll be our Lake TV Game of the Week. As Funderburk takes the carry, bounces off the first guy, stutter steps to second, inside the 10, inside the 5 to the house, touchdown. Jackson Funderburk with a sensational 25-yard run, makes a handful of defenders miss, and Johnny on the spot, you said you were impressed with them, and that's why as we get another look here.
Love Jackson Funderburk. Love this kid. So fun to watch. Such a leader on the team.
Impressive, man.
Great athletic ability.
Did you see that speed once he got to the corner? Turned on the burners. Yeah. No one was catching him. That looked like you out there running.
Shh, you know it.
We have an R veterinary penalty flag, or I don't know where the whistle came from. The extra point up and good off the right leg of John Kemmery. It's all Osage, 28-0 with 4:40 remaining. We'll be back on Lake TV.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. The pure joy of a kid getting ready to go on the lake. Get lake ready and leave the heavy lifting to the compact frame of Kubota's powerful utility vehicle. Accelerate with Kubota's Sidekick to blur the line between work and fun. Available in orange, black, and camo. Visit your local Kubota Crown Power and Equipment dealership today. Passion, power, performance. crown-power.com.
It's time for a new home, and your solution is Ozark Homes under the water tower in Laurie. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and make it a reality while staying within your budget. With real estate and construction prices at an all-time high, let Ozark Homes stretch your dollar. We have many customizable options, including kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even offer a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams a reality for over 30 years.
So we welcome you back to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football, 28-0, and unless something crazy were to change, Osage gets their first win of the season, so they improved to 1-3, and quite the contrary on the other side for Eldon. They're going to get their first defeat and fall to 3-1. Still a great start for them, but real impressed with Osage tonight. Nice job right there by Daquan Williams. That had disaster written all over it. Even the way he fielded it looked like his leg got twisted. I mean, that was dangerous.
Yes, it was. Those I don't call them a pooch kick or what you call those things, but they can bounce around on you, and they're just pesky. They've got a strategy kind of all their own. Sometimes you don't even know the strategy. Just the ball goes, but Eldon covered it, and it'd be nice for them to have a nice close to this game.
For Osage, they want to keep that shutout intact, especially against the undefeated Mustangs coming into their house, as it looked like the ball was ripped out, but forward progress stopped the play dead previously. So 2nd down and 9, not a lot doing, and almost looks as if Eldon has said, okay, still running the football down 4 scores right here, but they still got their starters in there. Here's Hunter Hess now. Little floater, has his man. Oh, and a nice hit, but the defender took the worst of it. Christopher Shepard, I believe. Actually, no, that's going to be number 12, Tanner Pappas. The defender looked to lay the boom, but he got the boom laid to him.
Yeah. Yeah, the tight end there, he's a stout kid, man.
Hess now out of the gun, and they are all over him. He has pressure in his face as soon as he takes the football. There's no one chipping those edge rushers for Osage on Eldon's line, which seems to be a good defensive strategy. You know how sound they are in the interior of their line. Send someone off the edge, and that seemed to work wonders so far for the Osage Indians. So with 4 minutes to go, like I said, I think Eldon would love to get a score here. They don't want to get shut out. Into the flat. That one's pulled down. Derek Bradley all over it defensively as Jalen Beckman has the reception and a modest gain of about 5. Going to bring up 3rd down and 5 now.
You know, you come into these rivalry games like this, and, you know, as you've been telling us all night, this is, you know, the 70th time these two teams have played. But you can't help but wonder how many times these groups of kids have faced off, you know, since the 2nd grade, 3rd grade, been in all those football leagues with one another, flag stuff, putting on the pads. 7th grade, you know, those things can lay groundwork and can carry over sometimes.
Yeah, 3rd and 6 now, taking a shot. Has his man just out of the reach of Devin Hardy. Falls incomplete. Hunter Hess took a shot, but that falls incomplete. Going to bring a 4th and 6. And you'll get a look here on the Crown Power and Equipment instant replay. He did take a shot. Oh, just out of the view. Just a little too much. And I think we're going to get a roughing the passer here, actually. Yeah, we're going to get a personal foul for roughing the passer, and that's going to be the 6th first down of the night for Eldon. 2 of their 6 have come on or via penalty.
He was wide open down the field, and man, I know those guys coming in there and barreling down on you. To stand in there, take that shot, throw that pass is courage all its own.
So 1st down and 10. Hunter Hess again. Defense all over him, and a nice defensive play right there for Osage. Charlie Dooley, the junior, makes the play. Going to bring up 2nd down and 10. Now, we were mentioning all night the 70th time they've played, courtesy of our friend Tom Collins, who writes with the Eldon Advertiser. He's been with them for 30 years covering high school sports. I say he's as sure of a lock for the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame as it gets. It'd be a highway robbery if his name isn't called one day for that. But in 69 meetings, Eldon leads the series 40-29. So Osage tonight will get a little closer, and the series will go to 40-30. Quick hitter into the flat. Not a lot doing. And makes a couple of guys miss before taking a bone-rattling hit. That's Devin Hardy, the sophomore. We'll give him 3 or 4 yards on the play with just 3:20 left in tonight's game.
Hardy looks like a really nice athlete and sophomore young man. Boy, if he could grab a few more inches and hit the weight room a little bit more, but you see that guy in 2 years, and
he's like lightning in a
lot
bottle.
Of fun for sure. Yep.
Up and under, looking for Oh, we're going to have a pass interference. Not sure what the call was. The only thing you could really have there is illegal contact or defensive hold. You could not have pass interference with as bad as that ball was delivered. So it's going to be a hold defensively. 3rd and 7, and if they'll get 5 yards, going to bring up 3rd down and 2, I believe, on the our veterinary penalty flag.
Showing my ignorance about high school football, isn't that automatic 1st down defensive hold?
Oh, no, they're going to give them, it's a 10-yard penalty, so the yardage gives them, but yeah, on anything at the high school level, it's only yardage. There's no automatic 1st downs. Isn't that wild?
Wow. Okay. I only had 2 children play high school football.
And Misha makes rule changes like every 4 minutes, so don't feel bad.
Okay.
If you don't sharpen up on it every preseason, you'll be like a lost puppy out there.
Well, I'm a lost puppy with a microphone, so that's a good idea.
Always wanted to see that. There's Hardy now. Stays on his feet. Hunter Gramer throws him down, but not until he has a New Spring Wellness Center 1st down to the 14-yard line. We'll give him 15 yards on the completion.
Hess took a shot there from Funderburk. I mean, really got leveled. I don't know if we can see it in the...
Yeah, he's laboring.
Right there.
Oh, yeah. Funderburk lowers the boom, baby.
Really put the heat on him.
Yeah, Jackson Funderburk, another young man who could qualify for tonight's Lakefront Living Realty Player of the Game.
Okay, I don't know who has a vote on that. That's my vote. I'm going with Funderburk, man.
Coach, the winning coach brings over their pick with them.
Okay.
Daquan Williams up the middle, inside the 5, down to the 4-yard line, inside the Marcus Sikora State Farm Insurance red zone. About 9 yards, and Eldon now knocking on the door, hoping to blank this 0. Oh, ball's on the turf. William picks it up, and he is met. Number 3, Landon Childs. So on 2nd down and short, another fumble, going to bring up 3rd down and 5.
It looked like in the spirit of just hurrying and trying to, they just weren't quite set, weren't quite ready yet on that play.
You know Osage D wants to get a stop here. 3rd down and 6. Hunter Hess takes a shot for the end zone, just throws it away as again he was under pressure. Funderburk and J.P. Cordula back there. So 4th down and 6. 1:40 left in the game, and Osage defense urging their crowd to make some noise. They want to get this shutout. And I'm telling you, Osage hard to get going. They must think they're at a chess match. That or at the library.
Look, this is as loud as the crowd's been tonight. They are in it. My man Paul Dooley right down there. Known Paul for years. He's on his feet.
Man, Jack, his son was a stud, wasn't he?
Man.
He was fun to watch because he liked to hit people with the football.
No doubt about it.
4th down and 6. Hess, pump fake, trying to extend the play. He will. Goes to throw it. It pops out of his hand. It's going to be an incomplete pass and a turnover on downs. And Osage, they're going to shut out the Eldon Mustangs, the previous 3-0 Eldon Mustangs. And this night has went about as good as it could have for Coach Shannon Jolly. He's going to get his first win of the season. It's against his former team who was undefeated. And for Osage, it's a big win. Next week they go down to California. They got a chance to win that one. They could end up being 2-3 after week 5. And with the way this season started, I think everyone here would be lying if they'd say they wouldn't take that. You know?
For sure. It's a nice win. Eldon's been thinking that their schedule has been part of their challenge, and to come here and maybe have a little bit of that validated is something they probably feel good about.
1st down carry. Aiden Williams keeps the pile moving. He's going to be taken down for about a loss of 1 on the play. VJ Jones in there once again.
Everybody has all their timeouts, and looks like they're going to opt and just leave those on the board and bring this to a close. No sense putting anyone else in any danger of getting any injuries. Outcomes decided. Hard-fought game, and let's shake hands and regroup a little bit and get ready for next week's games.
No doubt. And if you're wondering, as for the Eldon Mustangs, they're going to be at home, but they'll play the 1-2 Hallsville Indians, who really an interesting start to their year. They're 1-2, but they lost a game in overtime that was like 49-48 back and forth battle. They also played one of the state's toughest teams, but their head coach, Justin Conyers, you'll remember that name, Battle Spartans, in their first year back in 2014, beat Camdenton in Camdenton for the district championship, would then go on to win the state championship.
That's right.
Conyers went on to win 2 state titles. He went to 3, and now he's in Hallsville, and he's got that program in good shape. So that's your final victory. You'll see some fireworks, and the Osage Indians have gotten their first win of the season. Your score, 28-0. They shut out one of the area's most impressive teams in the early going. We'll be back with our Quick Car post-game show. I'll get to talk with head coach Shannon Jolly and his selection for your Lakefront Living Realty Player of the Game. We'll be back on Lake TV.
Camdenton, Quick Car Wash and Lube opened in March on Jack Corral Road, and you welcomed us with open arms. Thank you. As a locally owned business, we've served Jefferson City and Osage Beach for years with our monthly unlimited wash club. It's simple. Pull into our brand new tunnel on Jack Corral Road as many times as you want, all for one low monthly price. Quick Car. Quick, easy, and professional. Every time. In Jefferson City, Osage Beach, and now Camdenton.
Back with our Quick Car post-game show. We've now got the winning head coach, Shannon Jolly. And, Coach, you come out, you shut out the Eldon Mustangs, and if there's one thing I know about you, it's you always want it to be about the kids. How happy are you for your kids right now?
I'm super happy. I mean, we've been talking about the process and doing things the right way, so it's super important that they see some of the fruits of their labor. I mean, it's tough to keep talking about stuff all the time and not necessarily living it, so tonight they get to live it. I mean, it was a good game. We got a long ways to go in some of our stuff, but got some things we need to improve on. But, hats off to our kids. I mean, they come out and played tonight.
Everyone around the Tri-County has really started to talk about the Eldon interior line, but it was the Osage interior line tonight that dominated from start to finish. What can you say about your line?
Well, I think that's what Jeff City and Blair Oaks will do to you, is raise your level of play. When you're playing, caliber fronts like that, it's big. And that first week was really big for us, but we also seen our guys come compete up front. So, yeah, that was supposed to be the bloodline of our program this year, and I think they stepped up tonight and took leadership.
Coach, now I don't keep official stats, but I only had you guys down for 3 penalties on the entire game. Have you guys been focusing on that, or what can you credit the well-played guys tonight?
Yeah, we just, discipline, period. So talk about 3 penalties, and then we've only got, I think, 3 turnovers on the season, averaging 1 a game, and tonight was a mishandled exchange. So now that was one of our main focus, because last year we gave the ball up in a lot of situations. Even when we're at a disadvantage, you can't do it with turnovers. So no, discipline is what we breathe. I mean, that's what we talk about all the time. It's not real exciting to talk about, but it's important in wins.
How about the community and the crowd tonight? It was a packed house, and you got the crowd into it early tonight. What can you say about the hometown?
I told the kids when they came out in the second half, I said, take a look in the bleachers. We always talk about playing for something bigger than yourself. Take a look in the bleachers tonight and then find out what you're playing for. And it was nice for us to get that opportunity to step up for our community.
All right, so next week you guys will travel to California. You get your first win of the season. You feel like you guys are really gelling tonight and you guys keep this going?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. We'll watch the film and see right now. We played really well and played hard. Other than that, we'll let the film take care of itself, and we'll see. We got a lot of work to do to be where I expect us to be. So, get back in tomorrow morning.
Back here on our Quick Car post-game show, I've got our Lakefront Living Realty Player of the Game, tailback Aiden Williams. And, man, congratulations on tonight's win.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You got it started early with the 1-yard run, but what I was so impressed with for you guys was your defensive effort. What can you say about that?
They've persevered through a lot of things. The last 3 weeks have been rough on them, but they've just kept grinding during practice. Proud of my boys.
So when you get to run behind this line, what is that like as a tailback, man?
Man, it's amazing because, they have my back. I can trust them with everything. It's awesome.
I got to ask you, Aiden, probably a big football fan, right? So if you look at the NFL, is there a running back that you try to model your game after?
Of course. Saquon Barkley, loved him since day one, so I got into football. I'm glad he's back.
And he showed up big in week 1, just like this guy, Aiden Williams, did tonight. He's your Lakefront Living Realty Player of the Game. Appreciate your time and congratulations on the W. Absolutely. We'll be back with the rest of our Quick Car postgame show after this.
It's now time for the Quick Car postgame show.
And we welcome you back to our Quick Car postgame show. And Ken, I'll tell you what, Osage got out to that quick start, and it seemed like a handful of times Eldon was right there. But time and time again, this Osage defense rose to the occasion tonight.
They really did. They did a great job and came in 0-3, had something to prove. I don't know exactly what they proved tonight, but they certainly showed that that they were up to the task here. Full house, homecoming night. Man, there's nothing better. Homecoming weekend. You pull out the win, get the dance tomorrow night, get in the limousine, you're in the tuxes, you know, hitting the drive-throughs or the Baxters or whatever you're doing, and
drive-through, right?
Yeah, it's Baxter. It was a fun football game, great environment tonight, and hopefully Eldon will look at this as maybe a little bit of a wake-up call.
Yeah,
and they can sort of regroup this week. Sometimes you start off on those little winning streaks and you can forget that you just got to show up and do the work, and it sure felt like they were a little closer than maybe what the score would have indicated.
Yeah, for sure. But again, you got to give credit where it's due, and Osage's defense was so solid tonight. And also, I only had the Osage Indians down for 3 or 4 penalties. Yeah. I mean, that's huge. And when I asked Coach Jolly in that postgame interview, I said, how did your line dominate when this game everyone was talking about how good Eldon's line is? He goes, you play Jeff City and Blair Oaks, it forces you to rise to the occasion. Right. So now you can look at the value in having that tougher schedule, opposed to, like Mizzou starting out with Louisiana Tech. Then you see what happens when you get against a good opponent. Doesn't always work out in your favor. So Coach Shannon Jolly says, let's get those hard teams early. And I think that's a formula that although you start 0-3, we already told you they're down in California next week. Yep. Who knows, could go down and get that win. You're in conference play. You already got Blair Oaks out of your way. You don't got to play them again. Yep. And so for Osage, this could be the start of a run. Now when you look at Eldon, like you said, come in 3-0, you're playing a winless team. You probably think, hey, we're going to go get them, right?
Yeah.
Well, a little bit of a wake-up call, and so they're going to have to get back to it this week. They're going to have to play Hallsville next week, and another team, although 1-2 coming into this week, I think they won tonight, so they'll be 2-2. Hallsville is not a team that you can come in and let up because they are fundamentally sound, and they're like Osage. They've played a really hard schedule. So let's hope for Chad Holt and the Eldon Mustangs this is just a 1-week miss, and they get back at it. But for Osage, they're going to hope to ride this momentum into next week. Before we wrap up tonight's post-game show, just wanted to give a shout-out to all of our crew. Of course, David Leatherberry, our top angle cameraman. Megan Albers on the field doing a great job. Jonah Diebert helping with graphics in the truck. Of course, Andrew Evans, our DOP switching. And then Ricky Smith. He's doing everything from directing to running around. And, of course, I got to give you a shout-out. Ken Lumley, his first game on short notice. I call him and say, hey, I need someone to help me out doing color on Friday night. And he said, what? But here he is in all his glory, and pretty darn good job, my friend. So I appreciate you filling in tonight.
Had a great time.
Spending some time with us.
Yeah, great spot to do it.
Absolutely. Thanks. So Osage victorious for the first time this year. They win 28-0. We'll follow them next week down to California for our Lake TV Game of the Week. The pregame show will kick off at 6:30, presented by Central Ozarks Medical Center. As for me and our entire crew from Lake TV, good night and God bless.